Hello, everybody. Welcome. The Martial Quarantine has happened. I'm so glad you joined us for tonight's D&D. This is session 83, Infernal Transactions. This is our weird and wild 5e homebrew game. I'm Jason the DM. Who else is joining me on this quarantine Friday night?
Stream might be muted.
Oh,
No, I hear it.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Continue. Sorry about that.
Kong's on mute.
Sun Kong, you specifically are on mute.
I'm back!
2 weeks in a row, we botched the intro, ladies and gentlemen.
My name's Kevin. I play Sun Kong, your apron binary monk, following the way of the abundant spirit.
My name's Slim, or husband, whatever the hell you want to call me. I play Renkaz, a lizard folk fighter, martial archetype of the Gens.
I'm Kyle, and I play Chemo. He's the newly resurrected Goliath. That's it.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Wait.
It's been...
Hi, everybody.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Hi,
This
everybody.
is the
I'm Nick.
quality you can expect.
Oh,
Weird
God.
and wild.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick. I play Nvidia, half-elf celestial warlock, packed to the tome focus, and I have the most phenomenal familiar of all time, a pseudo-dragon named Jira.
Now, thank you, everyone. Sorry, Nick,
It's
for
okay.
joining us. I try to do like last-minute quick look-through of notes while you guys are introducing yourselves. I appreciate everybody who stopped by last time or who is stopping by tonight. It's really nice of you to stop in and hang out with us. I mean, you ain't got nothing else to do. It's a pandemic out there, so you may as well just hunker down and enjoy watching us. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Shlia. Thank you, husband and wife stream, for raiding us. That's really nice of you. And a quick shout out from last week. Thank you, Roll20, and for you guys for throwing a spotlight on us. That was very nice of you. All of our character art, you guys are probably starting to see it either on our Twitter or through various social media or on our Twitch page. Thank you for that art, 8-Bit Ribbit. You can check her out over on Twitter at 8-Bit Ribbit, the number 8. She's really cool and does really awesome stuff. And if we do some more sneaking around, thank you, Avery Alexander, for the music. It's pretty awesome. And from last week, thank you, Milty, for subscribing and following. Thank you, DJ Gaming, for following. Thank you, Feed Me Chocolate and P Gravity, for following. It's very nice of you guys. I really appreciate it. It's really cool for anybody to take the time to stop by and follow us. Thank you, Shlia, for following. It's really nice of you. That is most of my housekeeping, I believe. You guys get Twitch channel points for watching. You can check all the cool stuff you can buy down in the bottom left of the chat. It's all pretty self-explanatory now. It's much more streamlined to me than the Streamlabs points, so check that out. You can buy all kinds of cool stuff, and like the little avatars you guys see at the bottom of the screen, so take a look at that. If you do ! extension and you're using your phone as well as watching like a TV or your monitor, you can control your character with like a little virtual 8-bit pad and D-pad, and it's pretty neat. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. That is all of my housekeeping. Let's hand out some inspiration.
Give me inspiration.
Let's see here.
Give it to me.
Yeah, it really is just Aesop that needs it, isn't it?
Give it to me.
We don't know if Kyle needs one. He's not connected at the moment.
I'm good. I have one.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah. Having a hard
Alright.
time rolling and getting into roll 20.
Oh, I've never got this one. Neat.
Yeah. 503. Didn't know that one. Had to look it up.
Maybe it's overloaded from all the people joining tonight. That would be, I mean, part shitty, but part kind of cool. If you guys want to trade, you can now. If not, forever hold your peace.
Good.
Okay. And now, what do you guys all... Give me a D20 roll to see who wants to give the recap.
Diplomatic immunity.
Luke
Right?
claims diplomatic immunity.
How?
Wait, was I last week? Or
No, I gave last week, but I rolled anyway, and Sun Kong rolled lower, so it's okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Look, Luke
We're
DM'd a game for us for like 5 years. He can just claim diplomatic immunity whenever he wants.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's fine by me, man.
Alright. Let's see. Sun Kong?
I rolled a 19.
Uh-oh. You're on mute, Sun Kong.
Again, like always.
Shush.
Hey.
Sun Kong, what happened last time on?
Let's see. Last week on Wyrd and Wyld, we kind of rested for a little bit. Nvidia had to rest up on the ship, so did Rinkaz and Aesop, doing their things. Aesop was making potions and all that fun stuff. Glacé went to meet up with Zedbane and had a very intimate conversation about going to hell, and who we ended up having to... Oh, what's that guy's name? We had to meet the guy who we fought before here.
Flavio.
Yeah, we had to try to maybe convince him because to help us get down into the abyss. Let's see. Aesop reached out to the
Tent
Black
Pit.
Tribe. Tent Pit, that's it. Reached out to the Tent Pit to see if they could help us. They could on two conditions. One of two conditions. We could either give them to study, let them borrow Nvidi's tome, or let them also borrow and study the Mimir. Nvidia was against giving out his book, and we as a group kind of agreed. At least Mimir is last choice.
I don't see what the big deal is.
I don't either.
Definitely can't do it now then.
Definitely not. Kong and Kong and Fa went to the marketplace to try to see what we could find. We bought some clothing, some winter clothing for everybody. We bought those wintry boots that Luke sold. We bought them back.
God damn it.
We bought some bullets for Rinkaz and just other stuff that people needed. So after that, we decided to try to get in contact with what's-his-face because we had to steal the bottle of champagne, which is in
It's like
the other side.
It's like a genie bottle, right?
Yeah, which
It's
is
like
in.
champagne.
It is actually. You guys remember from last time? It was labeled as "party in a bottle," and it did have the general shape of some type of alcoholic drink instead of like a genie lamp or something similar. So you guys
Like a double or something.
Yes, generally from what Zedbane told you, generally Flavio likes to hide within it under the guise of the devil's due. But yeah, it will be shaped in what you guys can assume is some type of alcoholic bottle.
Cute.
So we decided to try to go after that, which is over in the Lux side of Halcyon. So we decided to try to swim to it. Saw what looked like a giant squid, but turned out to be a underwater squid-shaped spelljammer, which we decided to engage. And there were abyssal creatures on it, I believe. Yes, they were speaking abyssal, if nothing else. We handed them their asses pretty easily. So we continued, and then when we made harbor, it just so happens right at the end of the harbor, pretty much blocking the building, were 2 goldeye. And so it's like, awesome. That sounds great. And that's pretty much it.
That's a very succinct recap from Sun Kong. Thank you. I'm reverberating a little, so I don't know if you want to mute yourself. Thank you, Sun Kong. You find a weird bit in your pockets. I appreciate that. You guys had landed at a dock on Lux side as you peer outside of the portholes to the sides, as well as those of you, Chemo and Vidi, kind of sitting in the opposite side chairs of the eyes of what would be the eyes of this squid in the squid-like shaped ship, and peer out of the full glass dome. You notice the sky all around dark. It is very difficult to see anything of note outside of this area other than the soft lighting at the what you could call landing strip up ahead. The lanterns give some light ambience against the waves that clap up and down up against the side of this very, very small island, roughly the size of what you surmise to be just this singular building up ahead that doesn't seem to have any indication of what it is posted outside. As you mentioned, Sun Kong, 2 goldeye seem to stand at guard at the front 2 doors. As you guys peer around, you notice at the edges, like right where the black areas here are, as well as over on the right side, that some 7 story tall wall of just what looks like nothing but a pure mirror, a reflective glass, seems to be encasing the entirety of the island in a square-like shape. The darkness coupled with the repeating waves almost gives it the perfect disguise, this place. You already know that no ships are allowed to sail on this side, as it's perpetually night down here in Lux, and it would be difficult for any ships to sail without any type of lighthouses or anything. You can also make out way out that there seems to be the general ambient lighting of the Lux area, but you seem to be close to the middle of this. It was called the topside reservoir, but you assume now probably the Lux Reservoir. But you can tell that you're probably a good few miles out from land. And this seems to be the only entrance into this small, tight-knit area where there is this building up ahead, and a lone dock barely lit by the lamps extends out. You guys had successfully taken out the abyssal creatures that seem to be piloting this pure gold spelljammer-like squid as it descended or ascended on the other side, and were successful in continuing its course and bringing it to the docks. As it began to slow, and VDU sensing the general area of this landing dock and bringing the vessel to a slowdown. Those of you who are able to spot do see the 2 goldeye standing at attention. And did Luke disappear?
I'm sorry, I'm here. I
Okay.
had a weird issue.
Maybe it's not just Kyle then. It seems prevalent. Let's see. I just want to make sure everyone is here and able to join in. Is Kyle in Discord, or is he gone?
Yeah.
Gone? Oh, you're here. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you able to get in?
Yeah, I just wanted to refresh to see if I get the videos to work. I don't know. I was stupid. That was dumb.
Roll20 is running really slow for me right now. I'm not sure why.
Slow.
Yeah, it took me a hot minute to get everything loaded in when I initially was loading it up on the 2 different
I'm back.
browsers here. Okay. So, as I explained, those are the things you see. Knowledge checks are free. This is one of those situations where you guys are on a map and you can move your tokens freely, but if you don't mind, please just let me know before you just move your tokens freely where you intend to move them, just in case. Because again, it's not like a video game thing. I have to do all the moving of the characters or things that may be out of view. So just keep that in mind, and you know, instead of willy-nilly just moving your tokens wherever you'd like, just let me know, like, hey, I'd like to go investigate this or look over here, and then you're welcome to move your token. Unless I say otherwise. So, you guys are in the gold submarine. It is low light out here, but visible enough to where you can make out the front of this relatively large-looking, I believe what had been explained to you, Glacé, is some type of bank before.
A demon bank, right?
And you guys are still within the craft. You notice the two figures standing at attention, the goldeye, at the two front doors to this building, are wearing their typical goldeye helmets. So you can't really see any facial expression, especially from the darker lighting anyway. But they do seem to both at least turn their attention towards your craft as it begins its slowdown, and the various writhing tentacles up at the front begin to slow down, and Evita, you pull the magic out from the spelljammer chair, or the helm, and kind of step up from it, having reached a stopping point. So, what do you guys do?
Fuck, what do we do?
Well, I mean, I like the joke. I think they're great. I mean, another word for a shoreline is a bank. So a bank and a bank's great. I pull out my rifle and I start to walk towards the hatch. I mean, it's a shame we have to...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, we need to
Bank on a bank.
take this through.
Yes, let's please do that. Turn wreck off, turn wreck off.
Got something of a specialty here.
Rack is on.
We need to close in on them real quick. I think me and Sun Kong can take one each and at least hold them off until you guys can get there.
Should we maybe try a little bit of subterfuge yet before we jump right into the fisticuffs?
Well,
Could
they
we
see us.
Well, they
Right.
don't see us inside the ship.
Is there another hatch on the, like, another way out of the ship?
The
the
only
main hatch.
visible hatch that you see here, it's pretty cut and dry, you don't need to make a check. The only visible hatch you see is the one up at the top, above Glacé and Rinkaz. It leads out on the top of the craft.
Do
So
we
the
have any sort of magic that can disguise anyone?
I've got my hat of disguise. I just had to tip it and I can change a bit. But I still think maybe, I mean, not to throw it at you, Glacé, but you're a pretty good distraction. We could maybe draw them in a bit more.
Well,
Some kind of illusion to, like, distract them, possibly? It looks like there may be some sort of alleyway to the side of the building if we can get there.
what if we just get them to show us where to go?
I mean, we could try talking to them.
And what if a giant snake came slithering out of here and we started screaming?
I would like to do a check on the goldeye.
Sure.
Did I ever? I can't remember. Are their helmets? Do their helmets block? You know, like charms. I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is Nvidia I'm mixing them up with. But can I do a check on their person regarding charm?
You can make an arcana check on them if you'd like.
I would like to do that. Okay, that's a total of
Here, we gotta
11?
flip over to the map.
Yeah, thank you.
We're on the map.
You,
Stream.
what was that, 11, Glacé?
Yep.
Well, then 11, you remember that the goldeye are able to use some form of a sixth sense, or perhaps some type of psychic essence to sense gold and potentially other either gems or some type of valuables that they can sometimes sense. You assume it's only gold, but you're not terribly sure. As for their helmets and just trying to get a vague sense along with the info that you've gathered before from running to the goldeye, you get the sense that they're not immune to charming magic.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's something.
I mean, we could try that. It's not a bad idea. Maybe what Minkaz is saying. Summon the snake, have it go one direction, and we can maybe snake the other direction.
Glacé, you were specifically kind of poking your head over Nvidi, placing a hand on his shoulder to peer out of the glass dome that serves as the facsimile of an eye for this squid-like vessel to peer at these two. You remember, it's going to be difficult to tell, but make me a perception check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
Jason, why am I rolling? Well, that's no good. And that's a critical fail. Give me that bad boy card, Daddy.
Okay. I'll take the bad boy card.
You did that on purpose.
I was not fishing for a fail.
You don't have to fish with Bailey. It just happens.
Yeah, I didn't want to take a bad boy card.
Today's supposed to be my lucky day. It's Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
well.
illusionary companion. Can I instruct it to go somewhere else? Because looking through his pouch, Kong remembers he has one of those.
Well, there we go.
Can I just tell it to like walk up the pier, make some sort of obscene gesture at the goldeye, and then run off to the east while we go over to the alley to the west? Do you guys want to try that?
Well,
Yes.
do you have the description of your?
Yeah, illusionary companion, wondrous item, common. An illusionary companion appears to be a small humanoid figure. The figure can be made from pretty much any stone or wood. When the command word "friend" is spoken and the figurine is thrown to the ground, it becomes an illusion of a humanoid anywhere from 2 feet to 7 feet tall. The user may choose details such as race, gender, hair, eyes, clothing, weapons, etc.
Oh,
The illusion will follow. Yes.
ooh, idea. See, this is exactly what we needed. Aesop takes out his sword and decapitates the skull dude. Tell your illusionary friend to hold on to this and run the opposite way, like the make him the frog thing, the frog demon.
I don't know if it can hold anything because
Fuck!
it's an illusion.
I
guys-
just cut off this creature's head
But
for no reason.
You guys will watch as Aesop stands over this desiccated corpse, holding the head of a already gaunt mummy-like head, as blood begins to, this thick, dark blood begins to pool at the bottom of this glass eye.
Are you feeling okay?
So we already won.
Okay, listen.
How about I make it just look like a 7-foot abyssal demon,
Okay.
and because it
Yeah.
says I can give it weapons and just have it
a
like
turf war, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe something that they think that they could handle.
Well, I mean they're guards. They will do something about it.
Sure.
We have this shipment of all these body parts made into gold. If we just make friends with them and tell them, hey, we're here to deliver this, we're in. And then when we're in, since we're friends, we can just go off on our merry way and do our business.
If you would like to try that, I am down for either. I'm just throwing out options.
All right. I propose that we try the friend thing. Let's just see what they say
Okay.
if we come up with the shipment. And then, if shit starts going south, you have the illusory friend bust out
Yeah,
the submarine as a
I'll
giant demon.
stay at the back of the group, and if I have to drop it and tell it what to do and be like, oh, there it goes, and then just drop it, and there it goes. Chase it! Get it! It's going to attack and kill people!
Also, I could be bait.
What kind of bait?
Like, if maybe we shouldn't all go at once. You and me, Glacé, will go. And Rinkaz can be back here. You know, if he needs to use his gun.
Remember when we did the planet you were on trying to save everybody of your race. The real shithole planet.
Scourge.
Scourge.
Yes.
We could play bodyguard, important person, Stitches, and people carrying stuff again.
Why would we have a slave version of me? Why would that be important? Why? How does this fit
I mean, why not?
plan?
I mean,
What do you
everybody.
mean, why not? What did we gain from this? I'm not demeaning myself like that again.
It's
No.
believable.
I'm thinking that
Hold on. Why is it believable, Sun Kong?
Oh, you know, Kinku.
Now's not the time, Sun Kong. We'll talk about that later. It's okay. It's not okay, but we'll talk about that later.
Aesop already has a shipment of gold in his big strong arm, and he's hoisting it up to the hatch.
You have like Aesop has like a gold just lone hand, a piece of what looks like a thigh, all solidified in gold in just large clumps that he's just grasped. None of these pieces seem very small or even coin like Aesop. They're just big, large
They're
limb
not
chunks
even
or
in, like-
heads.
They're not even like boxes or anything.
No, these
Fuck.
in the wooden crates as Glacé opened them, there was like, think of like a person just broken into just 5-6 pieces. So whole hands, whole arms.
But they're in boxes.
Yes, they are
In crates.
carryable. They're in crates that would have some weight heft to them. But you
Well,
could probably
I
grab a couple pieces if you wanted.
Okay, alright.
If you
in
want to
that
bring a
case-
whole crate out there, if you just give it a lift, Aesop, you can get this into. It'll probably take 2 people to safely get out.
I'll help you.
That's fine. Let's do this, Glacé. Work your magic.
Okay.
We're
Here.
the strongest people in the party now.
Okay.
Scientist and the entertainer.
Okay.
In the party.
Chemo, be ready to make Rinkaz's noise, not noise, if that comes thing.
Well, let's try the. If things seem to be going south for you guys, obviously we'll be listening. I can try the illusionary companion,
Yes.
and then see what that goes from there before we start shooting people.
Right. But
Sure.
Chemo, you keep an eye on Rinkaz. He's got an itchy finger, so be careful.
Glacé knows all about itchy fingers.
Let's go.
Bye.
You want me to keep the ship running, or you want me to?
Nah.
What do you need me to do?
We're in for a penny,
Just
in
wait
for
with
a
us.
pound at this point. Yeah.
Wait with
Alright.
us.
Okay.
Glacé and I start hoisting up a crate.
Both of you give me a athletics check, please.
Oh no.
Can we assist it?
I can assist if needed. I'm trained in athletics.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
once we're out of the ship, you guys
yeah.
literally can't help us.
it's like both of them exiting the hatch and trying to pull it out with the 2 of them.
That's
I mean, do you
fine.
want? I was gonna say I could go up then instead. I have a +9
No,
in athletics.
it's already happened. We rolled. Go
Okay.
with it.
Go with it.
Aesop, come on.
Look, it's hard to control this one strong arm I have.
Aesop's side is like, he's trying to push it from out of the hatch. He's still inside. Glacé just like one arm just retching it out herself practically. It would have toppled back in, but with that check, Glacé, you're able to at least pull it out onto the top of the deck.
Okay.
You turn to notice the 2 goldeye standing at attention. One of them has cocked its head to the side as if curiously watching you.
I guess we could move our tokens now since we're on the dock.
Yeah.
Alright, we got this box. So let's.
You guys pull the crate out, both of you holding on to one end each, and begin to hoist it off of the golden spelljammer squid and onto the docks, brushing yourselves off and looking forward. As you peer ahead, you notice the 2 goldeye turn to one another, and one of them steps up to the 2 double doors and pushes to go inside.
Oh, we fucked up, Glacé. Glacé, we fucked
Can
up.
I do an
We chose-
insight check? Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Was that? Did that seem like it was panic, or did that seem like it was like just procedure? That is 16.
With a 16, you watch Glacé. You take notice as the one that begins to shift and go inside. You've seen a good amount of goldeye. They patrol Halcyon city streets. They are part of the authority there that keeps the streets clean and keeps lawlessness from breaking out. They stand tall, upright, firm. These two were doing that. But as the one turns to go inside, its back kind of arches slovenly, and it kind of just throws a hand against the doors to push inside. It doesn't seem alarmed per se, it just seems like it's taken note that you two have pulled yourselves out and gotten into the docks and pushed itself inside. It's got a strange waltz to it as it steps in.
So, okay, I'm looking at one of my spells here, and I just need to see how far away I can do it. 60 feet. How far away from how far away is...
You are, let's see.
How far from I?
You are exactly 60 feet.
Okay,
One of them has stepped through the door as the door is closing. The other is still standing guard.
a dominate person.
Ooh.
And I'm just going woo. Oh, woo. Trying to let's see.
Oh no. Oh no.
Couldn't get off the ship without.
Okay, it's a wisdom DC wisdom 17 saving throw.
We're so bad at everything
I know.
except killing. We're good at that.
Oh, we can kill.
Hang on.
Jason
just a
always
second.
succeeds these, so let's see. Let's see.
One day you'll get a dominate off. It's fine.
One day.
Yeah. It'll be the most important one too.
that's how my luck works.
It's true. You have story luck.
Keywords in 5e.
Yes.
Humanoid. Does it have to be humanoid in its tagline?
No.
Two
It has
legs
to
walks
be.
upright.
It has to be a like
Just
player race. Basically, is I believe the general rule of thumb for that. Like.
Like you couldn't cast it on a plant or something, for example. Like
Right.
a plant monster or something.
Like dominate monster just specifies creature. Dominate person specifies a humanoid. Fuck.
Petition to take pronouns out of dominate so we don't assume anything.
Oh my god.
I support it.
Can I get a second?
I don't know if humanoid is a pronoun.
Yeah, that's not a
Oh.
pronoun.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you, Jason. I'm not sure.
Tell me,
Make
it's
a
hard to-
higher low, Glacé.
Oh no, I don't. Somebody call it for me. I'm good when it's other people, but I don't. Okay, I'll do this in roll 20. Let's go high. Oh,
Oh,
oh my god.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Jumped a meter over that hurdle.
Glacé, you quickly throw out a hand and cast Dominate Person on the still standing guard at the two front doors.
Uh-huh.
The guard holding a halberd in one hand and just standing at attention turns to you now. Standing still.
Hey, you got dominate person off. Da 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 da.
I did it.
Like I said, the most important one.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't think these are goldeye. Ask him to reveal himself.
Yeah, I wanna get inside of his
Inside of him?
face and find out what he is.
How are you trying to do that?
I want to command it. I have a telepathic link with it.
You have a telepathic link with it, so you can both speak and hear commands between the two of you?
Yes, as long as we're both conscious on the same plane of existence. No action required. And it does its best to obey. So I would like to tell it telepathically to tell me what it is and to to show us, since we're friends, to the right place we need to be for these. To the vault.
It stares in your direction, and in your mind, you hear, "I am Maragon."
I do that slow turn to Aesop with a horrified look on my face.
It
What did he
slowly shifts its attention over to the left side of the map towards what look to be barred gates over there and says, "Supply drops run through the side."
Let's go. Let's get everyone through the side.
I then tell him to make sure that we have safe passage and to make this drop off as easy as possible for us.
You hear in your mind, "Cambions coming to assist."
Can I make a check on that, Jason? Can I make a nature check on a Cambion, please?
Sure.
That's 28 on what the fuck a Cambion is?
Is that like a nature check?
Yeah, it's literally a nature check.
Cambions are fiends. They are similar to tieflings. They typically sport horns and a relative demonic visage. They are known to be relatively intelligent creatures. They can speak a good handful of languages, and they share some abilities with both combat prowess as well as the slight ability of being able to have some amount of control over others.
Okay. I looked at Glacé and said, "Okay, what's the play? Do we run to the gate, or do we try to parlay with the demons?"
We're gonna run to the gate. I'm gonna have
Alright.
this goon distract bring him to the opposite side of the building, because of what's on the opposite side of the building. I ask the other thing.
Two Vrox. Tell him that two Vrox came and carried us off before we could make the delivery. I don't know. Aesop's already flying towards the gate.
Okay.
As you say that, Glacé, you hear in your mind, "Beyond gates is elevator to basement vaults and hellhounds."
Hellhounds. Any passcodes or treats that make them not eat us around?
They'll smell you and attack.
That's
great!
fine. We can put down a few puppies. Aesop is motioning towards the fucking submarine to get a move on.
Okay, everyone. Is there something that we can have with us that it will smell that won't attack?
As you guys are making your way out, hang on just a second. Everyone stop.
Aesop is flying over the gate if he can. That's his
Okay. Hang on just a second. This thing calling itself a Maragon responds, Infernal blood.
Infernal blood. Are you Infernal blood?
Yes.
Great! Come along!
I am Maragon.
Okay, Maragon, you're coming with me, honey. We're best friends.
Stop right there, Sunkon. As Glacé finishes saying that, stepping out from the front doors.
Oops! I try to duck behind the cart if I can, Jason. Like,
It's a blue monkey right in front of
like swan dive behind the cart.
Okay, you as this is all taking place, you quickly dive behind the cart, Aesop. From this distance, you can see closer to the back now. This whole black area that runs up along the side is this just vast 6-7 foot story tall just glass wall of reflection, and you can see towards the back. You can peer now what looks to be some type of wagon and some other supplies and crates in the back, and sniffing around at the ground, you are able to make out what looks like, what is it? Is it Shift Z? Was that what it was, Kyle?
I think it's Shift C. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks like one of them hellhounds.
You're able to see what looks to be canine covered in black molted clumped fur. Its chest a vibrant red, and it seems to be sniffing around, pawing with one of its large claws. Its blood-beat red eyes just peering around. It picks its head up and sniffs the air a little bit. The rest of you, as this is kind of all happening at once, the two doors at the front open, and stepping out is a relatively well-dressed,
That was pretty good.
vivid red horned humanoid that steps out.
Who did you say this guy was?
Cambion.
Cambion. Oops. I'm Cambion.
It holds up a hand and says, hang on just a second.
Welcome, all of you.
Oh, he's nice.
If you wouldn't mind, please come inside.
Can I do can I do an insight check? He's a demon.
I mean, yeah, same. I'm gonna try at least.
Does he look like he's like ready? Is he planning? Is he scheming? Or does he look calm and like welcome kind of thing? That's a natural 20. Oh, I just wasted that.
Oh shit.
Hey, you get a good girl card though.
Oh yeah.
They're good boy cards, Jason. It's always been
Give
that.
me
Good humanoid card. Thank you.
a good humanoid card.
Yeah, baby.
You are able to see that this devilish-looking fellow has not in hand, but attached to his back a spear, and is running a hand with curled fingers, with another hand kind of placed against the two doors, inviting you in. With your natural 20 check, he seems completely inviting and doesn't seem like he almost seems like he's just trying to diffuse the need for there to be any conflict to invite you all in.
I let everyone know that he seems legit, but I still don't think we should go in there. But what if we do? I mean, he seems legit.
He seems nicer than the dog I'm looking at right now. I say
Oh, there's a
Fred.
doggy.
I mean,
it's a hellhound.
Oh.
What's the worst that can happen?
Death.
Well, that's death.
All right. Well,
Kimo's
boys,
died once. He's fine.
you want to
I
come
mean,
out
what?
of that squid machine?
Hey guys, are we going with? What are we saying? Why we're
Not
here? We're
before
just
he knows
delivering,
we're
right?
here.
Oh, I mean, All right, hold on, everyone.
Never split the group. We're going together.
Yeah.
Close behind.
So you probably have noticed we're not demons.
But we're still here to deliver.
I can see that, yes. You don't look like our normally delivery fellows. It's
No.
interesting.
Hmm.
Please, come inside.
So if we go inside, you guys aren't gonna like eat us, are you?
Wow, rude.
I could ask the same of you.
Oh, wait, what?
Only if you ask nicely.
Answer my question, please.
You are on private property, and we wish to have a conversation to try and discern as to the reason you have found yourselves here. A perfectly legitimate question.
Jason, while they're talking, can I, as nonchalantly as possible, walk over to make it look like I wasn't hiding behind a cart?
He takes notice of you, and seeing you rejoin the rest of the group gives a toothy smile.
Sorry, I had to expel some things. I get seasick very easily.
Well, that can't be all of you. Come, he says.
What makes you think there's more than 3 of us?
Call it
boy.
an intuition, he says.
Is that a legendary action intuition?
Who knows?
I put a finger to the crystal communicator, and I'm just like, all right, come out. We don't need to guard it anymore. They'll take it from here. And
You said shoot? What?
no. I didn't specify how many were in there, but I did say into the microphone to come out.
Playing cards. Cards.
Sorry, I got a good boy card. I forgot to draw. Thanks for reminding me. Sound call.
Is Clatter coming with you?
Clatter's gonna be right by my side. He's gonna come out with the rest of the bequeaths.
Good idea.
A small city climbs out of it.
Oh, look at that! You were right! Your intuition is good, honey. Woo. This is my crew!
Yes, good to meet all of you. Please, no need for hostilities. Step inside.
May I go up and shake his hand?
Why would you do that?
Like, what the last thing? He's a demon, it's the last thing! What to do?
Well, better now than at the, later, I guess.
What?
Just gonna go up and put my hands up non-threatening and said, pleasure to meet you, and I extend the hand to shake.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He looks down at your hand and looks back up you and says,
Says no tricks.
No.
Oh, dude, I don't like that.
then he, using
awesome.
his vivid red hand, tipped with sharp claws, gives you a shake.
Because there's tons of stories about making friends and deals and shaking hands with devils, right? You know those stories where you just get cursed after doing that?
I just smile and shake his hand.
He pushes the doors open to allow you to step inside. A large open area here, as well as you see a number of doors, a hallway to the left that seems to lead off into somewhere, another door standing at attention, this other goldeye next to it, a door. And you also notice up a step or two on the right side, it seems to be just some nice marble flooring that leads up to a quiet area with some tables and seating.
Oh, this is cute.
Yes, come in. Please, have a seat, he says.
Directing his hands over towards the area that leads to the 2 tables to the right.
Now Marvelina is still my friend, right? Or whatever he's called. The gold boy.
You have not detached any connection to him, so he continues to stand at attention outside, but seems to still be under your guile.
Okay.
Guys don't shake their hands anymore.
When you're in my profession, I guess you could say we've shook hands with devils quite a few times.
But
Yeah, but that's bad. All right, I walk inside.
He points towards the 2 tables with plenty of chairs.
Please have a seat. I will go fetch my supervisor to speak to you.
Okay.
Okay.
We should go where the vault is. Maurice, where's the vault? Tell us where the vault is, Maurice.
You already told us.
Oh, he did?
Are these demons or devils?
They're
You don't know.
fiends. He said that the service elevator was in the back, past the gate.
Infernal
No.
blood.
That was what Aesop was looking for, but he only saw a hellhound back there.
They must.
Are you asking the Marigorn this, Glacé?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your spell, when it says to give a creature a command, does it say you have to speak it?
Well, I'm telepathically linked.
Okay.
I posted it up in the chat if you need to clarify. It's a telepathic link as long as the 2 of you are in the same plane of existence.
You hear in your mind as you are all stepping through the front doors. Elevator through the supply area, through the gated portion, otherwise through locked room, using stairs in the back.
We're just mucking this up.
Okay, well, do you know where Flavio is by any chance? Can you just get us Flavio?
Don't know Flavio.
Alright, well, is there a way you can get us into the vault?
Please, sit.
The Cambion says.
This was all in my head. This was all telepathic link. I wasn't saying this out loud.
No, you are.
Okay.
He wants everyone to sit down, though.
Oh, sure, why not?
What did you ask him, Glacé?
If he can just get us to the vault.
Not allowed into vault without permission.
Permission from who?
Supervisor.
No, that's okay. That's who we're about to talk to. Everything's great.
Do we have anybody who can talk to a supervisor?
Not unless he speaks.
Karen?
Karen? Well, this guy... What's your name again?
He turns and says,
Lezel.
Lesl? Your name is Lesl?
That's
Don't make
correct.
fun of his name. What are you doing?
I was expecting something... I don't know... demonic.
Something evil?
Alright,
Bunch
yes!
of prejudice going around in this group lately, I tell you what.
Alright, Lesl. Well,
Don't say his name like that. That's very rude.
would you shush?
Yeah, listen to Stitches.
Oh. But
Does your supervisor speak common as well?
he nods.
Oh, great.
She
Well,
does.
shoot. Look, there you go. What's everyone worried about?
Stepping through the door next to the goldeye standing at attention is a tall figure, humanoid in shape, dressed in a red flowing gown. You do notice, however, that although she has humanoid features, she doesn't sport any eyes.
Oh, never mind. Instant turn off. That's
She
Speak
also
for
has
yourself.
2 large, dark, jet black, curly horns that extend out from her forehead.
nice.
Her red gown flows down to the bottom and sways to the sides as she steps out. She looks to the Cambion and nods her head, and the Cambion nods back and turns to you all and says,
The supervisor, if you will.
Hi.
I will be taking my leave.
Okay, bye, level.
he begins to walk over to this hallway and steps through.
He's so mean to him.
I'm sure he's
The-
gonna turn on us later.
Female figure steps up and looks to you all and says, Interesting. We don't get many visitors like yourselves here at the bank. What brings you to these parts?
Can I take a history check on what the hell she is?
Sure. Knowledge checks are free.
7.
I also am interested, so I want to.
With a 7, you can assume of some fiendish bloodline, but are unsure the exact nature of her.
My history check was a 21.
Glacé, you have never run into one before, but you have heard tales of a splintering in the line of fiendish creatures like the succubi or incubi. This is neither of the two, though it shares a area on the family tree adjacent to them. This is a Lilatu. They are very charming. They carry with them innate ability to cast a variety of spells. They also have the ability to, similar to yourself, be able to have a certain amount of a charm over people if they require.
Okay. Oh.
Well, we needed to. We need to acquire. We don't have time for this. Listen, we need to acquire something from your vaults. And we decided to come on equal footing as business people and parlay with you.
Yeah, we'll
Well.
buy it.
Straight up. We got money.
First, I've been wrongful in not introducing myself. I'm Vivrin. Who all are you?
Oh. You don't know us. My name is Matthew Varnish. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Make a deception check, Glacé.
Okay. I want to use deception first. Oh. Is a skill check? Is this a skill check? No. Yes.
Yeah, it's a skill check.
I'm gonna use my good boy. Get that on my face. And we're gonna roll.
What does it say? I can't see it.
1d4, that's great. I can use a d4 on
Nice.
a skill check. So a total of deception. A total of 17. Sorry, I had to do math in my head. The simple
Okay.
addition.
Hang on just a second. Nice to meet you, she says. You all have a funny way of dress. You don't seem like the typical everyday common folk of Halcyon.
Except in VD, I imagine. he's decked out in fucking gold.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
We travel from place to place, seeking out items of great power.
Oh.
Treasure hunters.
Adventurers. Oh, treasure hunters, I see. Oh, one and the same to many.
Yes.
And you come to our bank in order to procure an item.
We hear we can only acquire it here.
Party in a bottle. Devil's
Please, before we get into any transactions, how did you find your way here? It is not easy for one to find their way to this bank.
Well, that squid machine out there.
Yes.
And those operating that device?
They're still inside.
Make a deception check at advantage, Glacé.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back.
$26.
She looks to you and says, well, that's interesting. They are not allowed for anyone to board or exit beyond those with infernal blood such as ourselves.
Oh, wow.
Did you use some type of magic to trick them? Or did you kill them and leave their corpses within the spelljammer?
Glacé kind of like glances at the rest of the group.
Aesop makes no indication behind his mask of what he should say.
Strong poker face. Yes, MVD?
Aesop said we're being honest.
They're dead.
We killed them. In case that wasn't clear.
But they're still in there.
It was in self-defense, to be fair.
It was. They defended it pretty well. But we tried to be nice first.
It's true.
Honestly, they were just unnecessarily hostile.
You can't get between an adventurer and their treasure, after all.
A set of hard-headed, yet tenacious adventurers. I'm sorry, treasure hunters. You lot.
Well, they're just fiends, right? You could just summon them back.
I could, yes. I could. This place, very few know about. You couldn't have just decided to come here on a whim.
There's
How
a
did
very...
you get the information about this location?
How we got here aside and found out. I guarantee you, unless it's ripped from our minds, I don't think we're going to be sharing that information with anybody. Or would we care to? Just to be...
I see. I understand. You have clearly decided to your best ability to make your way here forcefully. Chemo, I assume you're coming inside? What are you doing?
Yeah, actually, as she started to get threatening, I was gonna start making my way that way, slowly. But I just, stuffed out my pipe and just turned inside just now.
Oh, she says, turning towards you. Please. We're having a civil conversation if you'll join us over here.
Glacé's like
I can't see. What is it? What are you doing?
I'm shaking my head no.
Don't, as in don't come over. Just say, they're the ones that talk. I'm just here.
I understand that, but you must also understand my perspective. A supply that was supposed to make a drop here suddenly has both employees of mine dead, killed by all of you, in what I am sure is an assault on your part first, and now you've broken into my domain to ask for an item. That requires some amount of either stupidity or strength. For my safety, I would prefer not to turn my back towards you if you would please join the others.
Come on, Chemo. Have a seat over here. We're just talking business.
We're all friends here.
Just for the flavor, is any of this area lit?
Inside?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay. Chemo blocks then.
Crush your skull. Do it. No.
It's relatively ambient lighting, but it's not technically low light.
Listen, we understand the murder of your employees was quite the faux pas, but we didn't have much choice in the matter. We do apologize for what it's worth. We'd be happy to throw in some hazard pay for them and their families. But you said you didn't want to talk business just yet.
Well, I think after these events that have played out, a bit of leverage would be involved. I would think that you would at least divulge how you found out this information to my bank property so that I could make sure to prepare myself if this information was to continue to be doled out freely.
I slap Nvidia on the back. That's why we have this holy magic boy here. He has the power of the divine to see through the veils of mystery that surround us all. That's why we keep him around. He's so useful for it.
I'm not sure what that means.
It means we used scrying to find your location.
Interesting.
That's a lie.
Make a deception.
He's good at what he does.
That's a fucking inspiration, baby!
Okay, alright. Well, you tell him, honey, take that.
Alright. I will use the Glacé inspiration. Oh! That's a 25 on deception.
Can I just, for effect, like, prestidigitation my hands a little bit, like, dim sparklers?
Sure.
So as you can see, the secret is literally safe with us because we are all here.
So then I am safe to assume that no one else has knowledge of my private estate.
Well,
Absolutely not.
none of our associates. I can't vouch for the entire universe, of course.
Good.
We haven't told anyone.
Now, this item in question, I assume you learned of its properties from this same avenue that you were able to gather the location from?
What was the question?
What you're looking for, I assume you were able to gather it from the same place that gave you the location of my bank.
Oh, that would be me.
I see.
Well, yes, indeed, but also it's my understanding that it's my associates, it's not their first run-in with this item.
We've met him before. He tried to dance us to death twice, and hell.
But
We're
now
fine.
we need to speak with him.
And if you could provide me with some more detail, we don't typically keep live subjects in the vaults.
Well, it is a bottle of sorts. Sort of like a genie's bottle, I suppose you could say. A party in a bottle, as... what was your fake name, Michael?
Matt.
Matt, as Matt here alluded to earlier.
The devils do.
Mhm.
I have some familiarity with it, though I will have to check my log for the exact details. I will get one of my associates to do so. Tell me, why do you require this devil's due?
There's safe passage that we need that only the creature that inhabits this bottle, perhaps, can provide us.
I see. You have certainly made it a point to forcibly find your way here. What are you willing to offer if I provide safe passage into the vault for its retrieval?
You want gold?
I have plenty of that. Did you see our shipments?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, they're still there.
Do you do that?
Oh no, that's not my gift.
I have a question for you. Is there something that you're specifically looking for?
Maybe some sort of service we can provide.
Or item?
Currently, I'm looking for 2 more employees who can run the spelljammer outside. Would you happen to know of any replacements?
I'm sure we can find some.
Beyond that, what I'm looking for is simply what we receive on a regular basis and what you found on the spelljammer.
Oh, you can have that. We don't
Oh
want
yes, that's not ours to take from you. That's still yours.
We're not pirates. You can
But-
have that.
Why?
Murderers.
Why
Yeah.
that way? Why gold that way?
Gold is gold to something.
What do you mean?
Whoa. Is it really gold?
Absolutely.
Is it from all the people that owe money?
There is a certain, let's just say, ceiling to which one within Halcyon can take their chances.
Huh.
Before a lifetime of work in the foundry is, let's just say, insufficient to pay their dues.
Oh, they defaulted.
When that happens, well, we get value from them in other ways. We always collect on debts.
So there's no paying it back at that point?
Oh, they pay it back.
But
Oh, yes, they
you know
pay.
what I mean. Like with
What
their
she's
lives.
saying is that a lifetime of work wouldn't be enough for them to pay off what they owe.
There are various cultures and civilizations who throw fugitives, vagabonds, in their own cells to simply rot, giving them unrealistic sentences like 70 years, when they know full and well they will not live that long. Beyond that, they are a drain on their own society. They simply rot in a cell requiring food and water, resources, and they give nothing back other than sit in that pit and rot. We make sure that nothing goes to waste.
Ah, so you do the transformation here then? Or does that happen down in the forge?
No, that happens in a very special place, nowhere near us.
Ah, that explains the shipment then. At any rate, perhaps you'd be willing to do a trade for this bottle that we need for an item of our own. And then, of course, the aforementioned hazard pay for your trouble, which I will provide to you.
I'm listening, however, you must understand, I have plenty of coin.
Oh, sure.
Do you have any souls?
Oh
Souls.
no, we're fresh out of souls.
I'm afraid I do not have any souls.
At least not a spare one.
Unfortunate.
Yes, quite unfortunate.
Do you procure in blood or bones?
If anyone sends us blood and bones that has not been transformed into their golden variety, that is a mark and demotion.
Oh.
So no,
Well,
they do us no good. I traffic in gold, by which I mean the things you saw in the crates, and the souls of those who used to have a living form that are now kept inside those crates.
Oh! How do you how do you get the souls?
When they are transformed into a living block of gold, there is a very special type of magic that creates this effect. And their souls, although not always, but typically are immediately sent straight into the abyss.
Oh.
Makes sense.
We gather on our currency from the, let's just say, abyssal side of things with the souls, and in turn we are able to keep our clutches here on Halcyon by controlling the economy, and when we see fit, turning these pieces and limbs here into the currency that flows throughout the city.
I've got to ask before we get too far into this deal. I've not known many dwarves that were, well, so open to conspiring with the, well, those of the more fiendish persuasion, let's say. Demons. The ruling class here has no issue.
They have no choice.
Ah.
I'd like to take a step towards her, unthreatening.
She watches you up and down.
I extend a hand out and say again, as I shook hands with your friend before, I've had a handful of jobs doing unsavory work, and if my party's dancing around what you're asking for, I assume you're asking for a soul. Maybe there's one specifically of unsurly type who perhaps could be tracked down and brought to you. I happen to be under a certain skill set of hunting down people, so if there's somebody you're looking for that we need to take care of and help pay their debt, I think that would be getting to the point a little bit more. And I put out my hand as to offer as a business deal.
She stares at your hand and looks back up to you and says, I appreciate the offer, however, I do not pretend for you all to leave this place and return at a later point.
Yes.
I'm looking to make a deal with what you currently have on your person.
All right, very well. I kind of nudge around Rinkaz if I can.
I put my hands up and I back up and go to the corner. I said, fair enough, thank you, just asking.
I take out the bag of holding and I pull out the Wand of Wonder. The Wand of Wonder, one of a kind, truly a unique magical item. Perhaps you could add it to your collection of curiosities in the vault in exchange for the services we require from this bottle.
Oh no, not the Wand of Wonder. It's been so useful on our travel.
Aesop just thinks it has been nothing but a pain in my ass since day one.
I have one question for DM. Do we know what gives our gems power? I mean, I'm just taking a reach. Is it like, do we know if there's like magic souls, or is it just magic? The gems that we get.
For your masterwork items?
Yeah, like from the vending machine.
From everything you've assumed, it's just pure raw magic from the weave that encases them in energy. No different than any other magic item you have, like the wand that Aesop is offering. She looks at your wand, Aesop, and says, an interesting offer. Do you have anything else to allow me to take a look at and assess?
I start looking through my stuff.
Not to... I mean, out of character, I'd like to say it, but in character, I'm just going to look over at Sun Kong. The blade.
Oh, you can't ask Sun Kong to get rid of that.
Or I point to the rope. I don't know if the rope has a soul in it. The fact that it's a snake or if it's just magic. I'm thinking of anything that might have a living entity or, you know.
Does anyone have anything else that is like a magic item that we could trade with?
I mean, I have my illusionary companion.
Oh, that's. I mean, you never fucking used that. I mean,
It's a
why not?
wondrous item. It's wondrous. I pull out the little figurine of I guess just a humanoid. I have an illusionary companion. It's been invaluable on our journey.
Oh no, not the illusionary companion. He's been so useful on our travels.
Make a deception check, Sun Kong.
This is not gonna go well. Oh!
16.
Nice.
An interesting barter. These are the things you're offering me. These are some of your strongest items you carry on your persons.
Aesop actually looks around. Yep.
I have 2 minor gems.
Those are handy. These are interesting things we could speak about. But before we do this trade, from what you've shown me and the things you have told me, I'm willing to do a bit of back and forth. But first, I will allow you to access the vault to retrieve the Devil's Due. Afterwards, you can head back upstairs and we'll have a conversation for what it's worth.
Alright then. Let's go to the vault.
Can I make an insight check on her for that?
Sure.
I assist, please.
Sure.
Alright.
Good luck, bro.
Kim also wishes to incite the trap that we've been led to.
I should have used a damn inspiration on it.
You get advantage from NVD.
Advantage.
You trained in Insight NVD?
I am.
I am
Okay.
as well, Kate, yeah.
Well,
Nice.
suck it.
So,
With a 13 Ringkaz, you get the sense that she seems pretty honest in terms of leading you into the vault. Although she's being a little light on details on exactly where to find the Devil's Due. Chemo, you get the sense that she is leaving something out of the equation.
I just kind of scratch my chin and shrug.
This isn't a giant mimic, is it?
What?
the vault.
Oh. Never mind.
No, that is actually an interesting idea.
It's good
though.
defense. Yeah, it works. It works well.
Honey, we've heard things.
We've seen some shit.
Might be kind of fun. I mean, if someone were to get in there, you might get quite a show.
Something I'll have to think about for sure. I will spare you going around the side with the dogs, and I'll simply lead you there through these halls.
Thank you.
And she says as she steps back over to this hall to the far left. You watch as the figure that was standing at attention that looks like a goldeye slovenly steps back outside. As she steps over to this hall, way on the left, she waves a hand. Down this hallway.
Oh my god, we're so fucked. Alright, let's go. I keep your head on a swivel, everyone.
Always.
She steps up to a hallway door and unlocks it. And steps through. allowing you guys to step down the hallway to another door, second to the last at the far end, and unlocks it. Hang on just a second. There we go.
You're in Hell's Vault, and there's a whole lot of black stuff covering the sides. That's the fog of war. It's not good right now.
It's fine.
She waves you all in. You can hear the sound of sniffing and snarling coming from the outside. Glacé, you nearly jump as you hear scratches and snarls coming a few inches away behind you from the double doors.
Aesop, keep that to yourself.
Aesop actually feels better knowing that she's taking us to the location that the mind-controlled dude said we should go.
Can I just make a quick look down this hallway?
You make
You can just... Yeah, you can just tell me what it is rather than be able to...
You see nothing other than it dead-ending real quick to two separate doors, one practically adjacent to you and one at the far end.
Oh, there you are.
You guys step into a smaller room with what looks like a couple supplies and empty crates for offloading or onloading nearby. There seems to be a large wooden platform that has like a crank wheel at the top, and it looks like it has some type of pulley system. The look of it here is only 4 squares, but it will say it's large enough to carry you all. And she says, if you all don't mind, I will allow you to descend. And from there, I will have a Cambion make sure to attend to the right room. The vaults have various rooms. I would not want you to get lost.
Should there be anything we should be aware of on guard for down there?
Don't take anything other than what we are talking about.
And we can get out the same way, safely.
The Cambion should allow you to step back up onto the platform, and we'll work the crank to bring you back up here. I will make sure that the hounds outside do not break through the doors.
That's good.
You know, being treasure hunters and everything, if we did business in the future, you could get... I mean, you have the gold. We are treasure hunters. Maybe we can keep like a contact.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage, Glacé.
Assist!
Oh, God. Thank you, NVD. What's my persuasion? That's gonna be not so great. That's a 13.
She says, I appreciate that, but you killed my 2 main workers and made your way onto private estate, barging into my house to demand an item. After this transaction is done, I hope to never see you all again.
Fair.
Enough.
That's fair. But just remember, we got this far. We could do it for other things.
Why? All right. Fair enough. Let's cut our losses, though.
I know. I'm done. I'm done.
Everyone gathers onto the lift.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can. We'll say you're like this. That's fine. A little Jira there.
A little baby.
Thank you for the Jira sound effect. Completely makes it worth it.
So, on a
Love it.
scale of 1 to in the ground, how dead do you think we are?
Like a 2.
We're
Wait, what was this?
never. Yeah, we're never dead until we're dead.
Wow, NVD, stunning insight.
Have I let you die yet, Aesop?
Good point. Good point.
Dead, but definitely trapped.
As horrible as the things we've done, I won't let you guys get hurt as long as I'm conscious.
She's leading us to something.
What if it's just what we need, though?
Out of curiosity, through my trade and background, have I ever dealt with devil, demon, anything?
What does that background do for you?
Well, I'm just saying in general, like from a general bounty hunter, like urban bounty hunter, would I have ever dealt with any of them?
You have probably dealt with tieflings, and perhaps along the lines somewhere, you may have actually at least had a contact or did some dealings with a tiefling who may have actually been a Cambion, since their appearance doesn't seem too far removed. But anything beyond that, you don't typically see any demon folk or infernal creatures, abyssal creatures, walking out in the everyday. So beyond something humanoid like that, I would probably think that you haven't dealt with that.
Yeah, I just looked at them and shrug and say, who the hell knows?
You hear the cranking of the lift as it slowly descends into a chute that is only as large as the elevator shaft that lowers you guys. It creaks as it lowers. It seems sturdy enough considering it has to hold the various crates full of solid body parts of gold as it descends. As it continues to descend, the area around you begins to open up as it seems to be reaching its destination underground, and you are brought into a very large room. If you guys will zoom over to the left side over here, hang on. The platform continues to descend, and around you is a decent amount of torchlight in here. There are pillars. Oh, Aesop has to head out.
Sorry about that. I will be back when I can.
Okay.
Bye.
Good luck, dude.
Does anybody want his character sheet to try and run him just in the meantime? Did you want to do it, Kyle?
No.
Okay.
I don't know any of what his stuff does.
I think I still have his, but if somebody else wants to do it, go for it.
He's also on D&D Beyond.
Well, that's his other character.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to switch off of D&D Beyond because now he's a homebrew class.
I'm willing to try, but I definitely am not an Aesop.
Well, if you want to try, I'll shoot the sheet over to you real quick.
Shoot the sheet.
Anybody? Yes, no?
I mean, we can all pitch in.
Yeah, we
If
can.
you want to be the reference master, that'd be a good.
Try and be a doctor. I don't really know if I can do it, but I'll try really hard.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to get my keyboard to work.
I had like 3 too many beverages to be intelligent. I got it.
This is from the 17th.
But enough to be confident that you're gonna do it.
Oh no, I'm confident I could mechanically do it, but to do justice to Aesop, I don't.
Yeah, I'm fine if you guys want to like group control Aesop.
It's a very cerebral, smart character.
My name's Aesop.
Now I shit my pants again.
I got it open.
Why does
Thank
this
you.
happen every time?
The lift descends into an elongated room. Pillars reach up to the about 50 foot ceiling at the top. We'll say it's 50 feet up as it descends. You notice on the opposite sides, on 2 stepped platforms, are what look like large iron gilded chests. To the left and right seem to be a pair of doors. A matter of fact, the left doors look like they are copper, while the right door actually looks like a vault entrance.
Ooh.
You see the like steel turnstile of a vault door on it. Both north and south of you, behind the chests, you also see these copper doors, these double doors. Close to you all, to some of you adjacent to you, set on platforms in various poses, are humanoids of all varieties. What One looks like a bald human. Another looks like a dwarf. A third looks like some type of elf. They are all in certain poses, and they are completely gold and statuesque.
Do they look like some historic figures that we've seen before?
Make a history check.
All right. That is going to be 15.
None that you can think of, Glacé.
Okay.
As the lift stops descending, you guys are able to, as it finally kind of meets down to the bottom, you guys are able to peer around. You hear a shift of the copper doors to the north and south of you. To the south, stepping out from behind the doors, you see two strange looking creatures. They are hunched in a slovenly like standing position. They are covered in armor, and their faces from their elongated necks seem to be covered in these copper like masks that give off an odd appearance. They hold halberds in their hands, both of them. And at the top, exiting out at the same time, pushing through the double doors, slithering its way out, is something else entirely. A large form of some type of monstrous creature. You watch as you see the bottom half of her slither out, pushing the doors wide open with multiple sets of hands holding all kinds of weaponry in each one. The top half of her in a feminine form, elongated, greenish, algae-like colored hair and form. She looks to each of you, and in your minds you hear this. Oh, hang on. Let's get this thing. You hear, "This will be your final resting place."
Oh, good. It is a trap. Kimo was right. Oh, we
And
should
I
have had
need
money
you
on this.
all to roll initiative.
I was gonna talk during Draconic and try to be nice.
Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna roll Aesop first. Aesop gets +4. Oh, Aesop's getting a 21 to start combat.
22 for me.
Oh.
Welcome, brother.
Rolls.
BD crit initiative for I think the first time ever.
And
Kimo, who saw it was a trap, is gonna be the last one.
This is how you learn a lesson. The hard way.
Choose the thing that's more terrifying to you, or the one that you think is going to kill us.
VD's on turn order twice. I'm assuming the second one's supposed to be Jira.
Nope. Jira should just be Jira, so here is Jira.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh no.
Who's voicing Jira? Is that Bailey? Thank you.
That's me.
Oh,
I'm
thank
always squeaking for him.
I see two Glacés, Kimos, and Kongs on the initiative.
Ooh, 2 Glacés?
I don't understand why it does that. I make sure to select you guys individually. That's so weird. Here, we'll get rid of that one.
Can only
that
be
one.
so lucky. 2 Glacés.
And we don't want 2 chemos. That should be everyone with a single turn. There we go.
Don't want 2 chemos.
Okay, guys, here's a quick macro you can use as long as you have your token selected. Oop, never mind. Hold on. As long as you have your token selected, you can automatically add your stuff to the turn order.
Oh, so you don't have to wait for other people to punch it in?
Correct. It removes the hardest part of the game.
Pretty cool.
In VD, you notice two hunched creatures, like about the size of what you would think of like a dwarf, in strange copper armor and masks holding halberds pointed towards you. Up at the top, north of you guys, as you look the other direction, a serpentine woman, top half of a female form, bottom half of a snaky, long-running tail, and multiple sets of arms. She glares at you menacingly, ready to attack. What do you do?
Do I recognize either of those things from my studies?
Knowledge checks are free.
Would you like a...
Whatever check you think makes sense. History, nature. Could probably even gain something from arcane, although not as much as the others.
I'll do a history. I don't have any points in it. 13.
History?
Yes.
You know the two creatures down below and recognize them. As a matter of fact, they seem familiar to some of your studies in the past. You know these creatures as sort of like loyal guards of the Infernal realms. They are known as Maragon. The creature up above, you are not sure of.
Okay. I don't normally get to go first. What I would like to do, since we're in a cramped area, I'd like to drop my... Where is it? Guardian of Faith. Right in the middle.
Where at? Can you ping for me?
Yeah, I'll ping it. I think within 10 feet. So I'd like to drop it just north of Rinkaz. Guardian of Faith is essentially, skin purposes, a giant spectral Jira.
Okay.
Post it in chat. Large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration, unoccupied space of my choice that I can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield. We're just going to say it looks like Jira. Any creature hostile to you that moves in the space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dex saving throw. Creature takes 20 radiant on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Okay.
So, very smart snake lady is going to have to deal with that.
All right. A radiating, scintillating silhouette, almost similar to your own, appears, emblazoned, levitating in the air. A radiant aura surrounding it to protect her allies. Anything else in VD?
No.
Alright, Rinkaz, you're up.
I would like to pull out my blitz cannon and use it for the first time.
Okay.
Oh,
It has the scatter property and is a blaster. Pasting just for information. I'm going to move adjacent to her, and if she makes an attack of opportunity, I would like to use my point of luck to impose. I'll just give you the.
She's not gonna strike you unless you move adjacent to her and then move away.
Okay.
So you'd be good.
I'm going to take some attacks on her with the blitz cannon.
You step up to her tall. She's like 9-10 feet tall, and she just stares down at you, holding multiple weapons in her hand.
Giant woman. I would like to use a point of grit to give myself advantage on my first attack.
Okay. What's your blitz cannon look like?
It's a blaster property, so it's a blaster type weapon, and we'll say just a space version of a shotgun. All black, green eyes, since it shoots necrotic damage towards the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is aptly named the Reap.
Okay.
A 29.
A 29 is going to hit.
If an attack is made against each creature within 30 feet of Kona, if an affected creature is adjacent to you, they suffer double damage on a hit. Its base is 2d8. I'm blowing all I can on her because I am terrified she's going to murder us.
Not a bad strategy.
So for the double, would I just roll 4d8 and add the 5?
Roll and double it.
Okay.
Oof.
I won't add double the 5
Start.
naturally,
Good deal.
because that's just the base bonus damage from
right.
my
Just hit up and minus 5.
14, 28, plus 5, 34.
Woo!
A loud blast rings out as you just deliver a arcane load from your Reaper into this creature in front of you. It slithers back, hissing at you.
I'm going to take one more shot.
It's arcane load, yeah.
No. This is with just regular shot, no advantage.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
No advantage needed, my friend.
Bye!
Bye.
20.
Take that and go ahead and do your ultra damage.
Oh, my good boy card says I get to double the damage this round.
So I was trying to...
More dense.
It's listing that I have... Oh, it's the other card that was on the field. Okay. This is the card from Glacé. It ended up in my inventory. I don't know why. I put it on the sideboard over there for
Did you use that Glacé already?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna delete
that's
it.
fine.
Oh, it's gone.
I don't know why it popped in mine. Alright, let me roll the damage. A 20 off the bat, plus 5, that's 25. And if it's a crit, it's doubled. Am I just rolling?
Yeah, 2d8.
An additional 9.
24.
I mean, since we're on the subject of Rinkos being powerful, doesn't he get a boon?
Oh, that's right. After this, Rinkaz, let's roll your boon.
I will save my last attack and look to her and say, "This is where you will die.
Ooh.
Do you wish to stand down now? I don't want to take out any more of her servants, in good faith of a good business contract."
She looks at you as if she does not understand what you're saying.
Dead. She's dead.
How much damage do you do with that shot, by the way? Overall?
It was 25 plus 9, 34.
Another powerful blast from your arcane load.
Unless she's resistant to necrotic at all, just for reference.
You had that doing necrotic damage?
Yeah, that's the base on it.
Doesn't seem like it's being resisted at all. from what you can tell.
I'll just keep my eyes on her and say, she has no clue what the hell's going on. Kill her.
Oh, she knows.
That's it.
All right. As that happens, you just unload a loud, cacophonous, echoing blast from your weapon into the massive creature in front of you. Aesop, you turn to the left to watch the copper doors from that side swing open. A tall, almost regal, if not for an infernal look to them, creature stands, female in nature, sporting black obsidian, what looks like plate mail, a helm on her head of 2 horns, and descending out from her back, 2 large bat-like wings extend.
Hi.
She immediately rushes from the side towards you. Chemo.
Oh.
Hang on just a second here.
Get her, Chemo.
Chemo kill.
Let's take a look here real quick.
Kino was just turning to Sun Kong to say, hey, I'll paper scissors you for the 2 down there. Just the one.
She launches into the air. And you watch as she begins to head towards you, Chemo, but flies over you 5 foot up from both you, Aesop, Glacé, and Nvidi, although entering the aura of your guardian. Nvidi.
Yes.
What's the save that I need to make?
It has to make a dex save of 18, or it's going to take 20 damage. It's half on a save.
Beams of radiant energy swirl, trying to penetrate the armor of this creature, but she adeptly shifts out of the way, only catching pieces of it. She takes half.
Okay.
Scary lady.
Whoop! Sorry.
Is that just a straight 10?
Yeah, it's 20 damage and then half on a save, so...
Okay, so she only takes 10.
And then the Guardian's gonna poof when it deals 60 total.
Gotcha. Okay. She flies over, takes that damage.
You were saying that she was flying inside of our reaction.
Yeah, this is high enough to where she can fly over that. Now she's entered adjacent to the 3 of them, but it's still 5 feet above them. Let me check. Okay. Pulling out from behind her, form a longsword. She tries to bring it down on you and VD.
Can I use a card that gives me advantage? Or, I'm sorry, AC? I have to pop that on my turn.
What does the card say?
It says choose one, gain advantage on d20 or increase your AC until the end of the current turn.
Increase your AC by, does it say?
3 until the end of the current turn.
You can pop it now.
Popped!
Ha!
Give me +3 AC, please.
Alright. She tries to
smart.
bring her longsword down towards you. For, let's see here, 14 versus AC.
No!
It swings wide, and you pull back, it just barely cutting into your white robe. She tries to bring it down on you again. This time, only for 12 versus AC.
No.
Lucky boy.
She adeptly pulls the blade back, and for a final attack, just thrusts it forward towards you. This time for 16 versus AC.
No.
Wow.
Nice. Completely misses. She, continuing to hover 10 feet in the air above the three of you, stands her ground, or flies in her space. Aesop, you're up. Whoever wants to control Aesop.
Okay, so I have instructions on Aesop. Aesop wants to inject Monkey.
Monkey. Can he?
Yeah, so he specifically said have Aesop inject Sun Kong with serum.
You'll
Plus
need to
12.
be adjacent to Aesop to do that.
Okay.
Unless you have a special thing.
Where's that time? Okay, so where is Aesop? There he is. Okay, so he'll kind of...
Keep in mind, if you move that way, this flying female form is going to try and strike at you.
Even right where Glacé is at?
What do you mean?
Like shift down 1. Still in melee range.
Well, you can't stand in the same spot as your allies, the only thing.
Okay.
Technically.
Well, he wants to do it, so...
Sure. I'm just letting you know. She'll get to make a strike at you.
Okay. Take it.
You move one space. Go ahead and move the one space out of range of her. Which I assume you can move on top of Clatter if you wanted to.
Whatever's gonna get me close enough to inject Sun Kong.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's say, yeah, you can move that way. There you go. You move that way so you can kind of move one more or two out of Chemo's spot down to inject Sun Kong. Go ahead and stay on Clatter's space, though. As you move out of her range, she brings her blade up to try and catch you with it with her attack of opportunity. That uses her reaction, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it does. 26 versus AC.
Oh boy.
That will hit.
Okay. The blade strikes across Aesop's back for 7 piercing damage as she kind of jutted it towards him. Aesop, you also feel the sense inside of you, this welling of this stinging as this blade strikes you. And you take an additional 9 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con +1. That's a 4.
Ouch.
Okay. This poison that must be tipped on this blade stings as it courses through your body, and you are poisoned.
Right, we put that on there. I'm gonna put it with this heart. There you go. That's a poisoned heart.
Okay. But you can continue moving.
Okay, so he's gonna end up next to Monkey.
And make
Okay.
sure okay, you marked it. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Step next to the
So-
monkey boy.
He's gonna inject Sun Kong, which is gonna give him 12 temporary HP. And then he wants to
Mark
inject
that on your character, Sun Kong. Oh, you did. Good.
Inject himself with a serum, Dex serum, which is +5 move speed.
Can he
You
do
want-
2 at once? Or do they
I'm
require actions to use those?
trying to see here. I can use a bonus action to inject myself with mutagen.
Okay, got it.
So, thinking he can do both in one turn.
Action to inject Sun Kong, bonus to
Bonus.
stab yourself.
Yeah, and so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Aesop has 30 feet of move, so he's gonna fly 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
And then give some caw, we were making a deal. Some sort of astute observation that
Never trust
Aesop
me.
would say.
Okay.
We in turn are the real demons. Something. I don't know what Aesop would say. And then end his turn.
They seem unaffected by by this. Glacé, you're up.
What is this beautiful, vicious beast floating above me wearing?
It looks as though she is wearing, hang on just a second.
Is it metal?
Let me see, I'll be able to tell you. Yes, it looks like dark black plate mail.
I cast heat metal,
Okay.
and this is gonna be a DC save for her. Wisdom, I believe. Wait, is it wisdom? I'm sorry.
Probably con, since it's
Con.
burning her body.
Where did I? I'm sorry. I'm looking at it now. Oh
Get
my goodness! I
Constitution
Yeah, it's
save.
con.
Second.
Thank you. Con save. 17. 17.
And what happens if she fails?
If she fails, holding awareness, she's gonna take damage, 2d8 fire damage when I cast a spell. So she's gonna take 2d8 damage, and she gets to roll a con save to drop it, but she can't, so she has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
That's if she takes the damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, each of my turns, I can give her more fire.
Continue to do it.
Yeah.
You watch as her plate mail heats a fiery red. A sizzle sound is heard, and you can see a bit of smoke emanating from underneath the neck area where she covers. As you cast a spell, raising a hand her way, she slowly turns her gaze towards you, as if she is completely unaffected by this.
Oh, fuck, she's a... Damn it! Okay, well, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use Distracting Beauty on myself.
Motes begin to surround you of scintillating color, giving you an air of beauty and distracting grace.
Oh, shit.
Try to
Okay.
find a demon.
Oops, I forgot.
I didn't even think about it either. Yeah.
Okay. Knowledge checks are free.
I'm
It's
done.
okay. Alright. It is this thing's turn. NVD, for your guardian to strike, do they have to enter the space or simply be in it?
Any creature hostility that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn.
For the first time, she's not moving.
Okay.
She's gonna stay where she is. She's gonna stare down Rinkaz, the one who just unloaded arcane fire into her abdomen. And she's going to bring all 6 arms up
Oh,
and attempt to strike down on you.
Me?
Ooh, 6 arms.
Yes.
I would like to impose disadvantage on one of those attacks with a luck roll or luck point.
Sure.
It says you're gonna roll and then I'll roll and I get to decide which rolls.
So I roll twice for one and you get to decide which one to take?
Yeah, that's just easier.
Okay. Then let me do that.
It's just for one of the 6 they're about to re-rain upon me.
She rolls, hang on, twice. Okay. I have a 14 and I have a 23.
Yeah, I'll take the 14. It's probably still going to hit.
No, that's the total. 14.
Ah, the 14 then.
I'm assuming that's going to miss.
Yes.
You quickly shift out of the way as another arm holding a different weapon, this time some type of axe, is brought down towards you. This time for 23 versus AC.
That hits.
Oh!
Goodbye, everybody.
No! No!
You are struck for 15 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
She brings down another short sword your way for 28 versus AC. That was almost an auto crit. Or a natural 20, I should say.
Armor class is 19, just ahead of time.
So she brings this down for 13 slashing damage with this one.
Alright.
That was the 4th. Let's see here. This one's gonna hit for another 23.
Oh my god!
The damage is gonna be... This is 11 slashing damage.
I'm fine.
Ringcast has boon. Has boon.
Oh yeah. We need to roll for your boon ring, Kaz. After this. Remind me. Remind me.
I'm bad about it, sorry.
It's okay. I forget too. You gotta remind me. The 18 versus AC
Does not hit.
Oof.
just misses as she tries to strike you with her final blade for a natural 20.
Ooh.
That's her good arm.
Strong.
This is gonna be 24 slashing damage from the crit. And I need you to please roll a d6.
You said 24. I'm just taking the damage off first.
24, yep.
Injuries, fam.
Oh, injury. Damn.
Hate injuries.
Got a good boy card? Doesn't that help you some?
No, not on this one.
Hmm.
You said a D6?
Yes, please. And tell me the result.
D6.
She strikes you hard in your right leg. You have disadvantage on ability checks using your right leg. So anything like athletics or anything like that, you'll suffer disadvantage when you have to actively use that leg. Just keep that in mind.
Right.
Blood spills out from it across the steps, and it stings.
Alright.
She has struck you with all 6 of her blades.
See, I was nice. I should have finished my attacks on her. She's dead.
She throws her tail your way for
Man.
21 versus AC.
I should have used my advantage card for this. Gee.
7 attacks in a turn. That's crazy.
And I only used 2 of 3. I was trying to be nice.
Oh.
It
Never
wraps
been that-
around you and squeezes for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Am I grappled?
And you are grappled.
One sec. Wait, do I get a save versus the grapple?
Nope, if it hits, you're grappled.
Alright.
You can attempt to escape on your turns with an escape by making a athletics check.
Gotcha.
And I'll say that's not using your leg. You can just use your hands to try and pry yourself out when it comes your turn. So she does this, and as she finishes doing that, she stares across the room, almost studying each of you. And with you grappled, Rinkaz, you all blink and now see her on the other side of the room.
Oof.
She vanishes from that spot and reappears here. Rinkaz still squows within her tail.
Doesn't count as her moving in my guardian.
This does not count as her moving.
Supernatural
since she is
abilities.
Teleport.
She's done. Jira.
Hey, Jira. Jira is going to hold an action to cast a spell that I channeled through him.
What spell are you holding?
If I needed to cast a spell to Jira, it would be Cure Wounds. So.
Okay. You're holding that. Is there a trigger for when Jira would use it?
So, okay. Let me rephrase. So Jira can cast any spell that I cast and VD casts. That's a touch spell.
Okay. So you would cast it, and if Jira's next to someone else, it would go through Jira.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. So then what is Jira doing?
Jira's trying to avoid combat, if anything else.
Smart idea.
I don't know what you want for that, but
Jira could take a dodge action.
I'm good with that.
Okay. And Jira attempts to hopefully not see any blades catch its dragon-like face. And you have, let's see, hang on just a second. You focus entirely on avoiding attacks, and any attack roll made against you has disadvantage. Sun Kong, you are up, buddy. Luke!
Hello.
You're back.
Hey, he's
Hey,
here.
Luke.
Hey, buddy.
Why isn't Feedy so big?
That's Spectral
Spirit
Guardian. Guardian of Faith.
Oh man, am I not in the air? Am I on the ground?
You are in the air plus 10.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool.
and-
You're also poisoned.
Also-
I'm okay with this. This is fine.
How high in the air? She's in the air, right? Or no?
She is 10 feet up,
Okay.
so a square above Glacé and NVD.
Alright, so Kong runs this way, runs straight up the wall 10 feet. This runs this way, turns and jumps at her in the air and makes an attack.
Nice, nice. Luke,
Yes.
attacks of opportunity, is that your reaction?
Yes, it is.
Gotcha, okay.
19.
Kick off the wall, attempting to strike this female figure in the air, and with a 19, this catches her.
Yes. I will also then use a key point to activate Stunning Fist, so make a 15 con save, or be stunned.
She would have disadvantage if I could have heated her metal. Just saying.
Did I use key points last time?
Why? They're demons. They're from the universe of heated metal. Why did you try to do that?
You heat our metal, Glacé. It's okay.
You strike, and your strike lands, Sun Kong, but since she is covered in her thick plate mail, and considering that it is currently very heated and you're almost kind of holding back a little bit, your stunning strike doesn't take hold.
I still hit her though, so.
You still hit her, yes.
And I'm hoping, since I'm in midair, hopefully knock her out of the air, but that's up to you.
You have launched yourself and are almost like standing on top of this golden statue underneath you, wrapping your monkey tail around the neck of it to maintain your posture.
So 13 on that first hit.
Alright.
22 hits.
A 22 will hit, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to use an... because Stunning Strike is not any sort of action or anything, so I'm going to try it again.
It just requires you to use that key point, right?
Use that key point.
It requires a melee hit and a key point.
A melee, hit and a key point.
Right. Yeah, there's got to be a connect. Gotcha. You go to attempt to strike her again. What's the DC?
15 con.
This one fails.
Wow.
Yes. She is stunned till the end of my next turn.
Her body tenses and her flapping bat-like wings slow, and she collapses onto the ground.
That's what I like to see. And so for this hit, let's see.
Wow, that's really good. that's a good turn.
Yep. So 13, and I did 8 this time. So we're at 21. And my second attack, now that she's stunned. Excellent. Ooh, 14, I'm assuming misses.
Woo!
I hit her in midair, but when she's stunned on the ground, I can't hit her.
14 is absolutely going to miss, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
That's hilarious.
That is really funny. 23, I'm sure hits though.
That's going to hit.
And any hit is an auto crit when she's stunned?
That is paralyzed.
Yeah, you have advantage, but it doesn't do super damage.
So another 14 on top of what did I say before? 21, so 35.
Okay. Solid damage as you strike into her, doing your best to take advantage of her being in a slightly weakened state from your palm.
And I guess I'm done. I don't need to... Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chemo, you are up.
Well, we get to see chemo combat.
Chemo question. Does this thing look like it has range?
Chemo question! Special ability.
Let me take a look. Despite having a variety of appendages, it does not look like it can strike any further than adjacent.
Okay, sweet. I am going so I'm gonna use my bonus action to to do my planar warrior, which gives me that wasn't the right. Oh well, I'll take it. Gonna kind of move in, dodge and weave around her, and then hit this guy with a planar warrior, which is 18 damage, 20 hits.
What are you?
Monk.
Oh, are you the JoJo monk?
This is Horizon one. This is Horizon Flame Watcher.
20 does
JoJo
hit.
Monk.
How much damage is that, and what type?
It does 18 damage and force.
Okay. You smack hard into the creature.
And then with that hit, I'm gonna leave behind a shadow, and it has to make a DC 14 con save. I'll be stunned until the end of my next turn, as I hit Stunning Strike on.
Oh, nice. Okay, hang on just a second. What was that con save?
14, yeah.
Well, actually, let's see. It just rolls under.
To say that it fails, you mean?
If it does fail, yes.
Okay, cool. So then I'll turn my second attack against that one. This one's not fancy. It's just a nice little stabby stab.
Team monk, team
15
monk, team monk.
15 to hit. Or actually, no, it's being flanked, so I get advantage on it. Right?
Wait,
or
what?
Do we play that rule?
We don't play that role in this one.
Okay, 10 to hit.
Oh.
That just misses.
Son of a bitch. That'll be it.
You watch the form of this strange copper-like covered creature with its copper mass just slump onto the chest nearby and kind of collapse to the ground. It is the other one's turn. Unless you have anything else, Chemo.
That is a lot for me.
Okay. Can it attempt to make a save to break out of that?
Nope, it is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Till the end of your next turn? Alright,
That is
gotcha.
straight at it. Yep.
It is the other one's turn. It wants to move over here.
Ooh, not a fan.
It sees Rinkaz wrapped in the tail of this large serpentine-looking lady, and with its halberd tries to just stabby at Rinkaz.
I will use a luck point to give it a disadvantage, so to speak.
Okay,
I
so
That's not so to speak. That's what you're literally doing.
let's see. Hang on just a second.
Is this even the vault, or do we get down to like demon bunk beds?
This ain't no vault, Bird.
I don't know. There's a chest there.
Yeah, I'm sure she told us the truth of what she said to
Devil's awful. And under no compulsion to tell the truth.
Exactly.
I thought this was still the elevator.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think that this is still the vault because it's the same place that the mind-controlled dude told us to go.
Yeah, I do think you're right.
Grapple doesn't do anything other than stop your speed. Okay.
The grapple creature's speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from bonus to its speed. Condition ends if it's incapacitated. Condition also ends if it removes the grapple creature from the reach of the grapple.
It tries to stab you with its halberd, Rinkaz, for 21 versus AC.
Oh my goodness.
Is that with the disadvantage from the luck point?
Oh, here we go. Disadvantage. That is
Jason.
going to be 18 versus AC.
That misses by 1.
It just barely scrapes by Rinkaz as it pulls back the halberd and goes to stab at you again.
Ah!
This is going to miss.
Yes.
It looks over at the tall serpentine woman and looks back, almost reinvigorated, and goes to stab one more time.
Yo, fuck this bitch. Just
For-
give him extra attacks.
20 versus AC.
Ugh.
I should use my card, man. That would have saved me.
Stabs
Yes.
into you for 14 slashing damage. Also, Rinkaz,
Good.
let's give you your boon. For fuck's
Thank
sake.
God. Holy moly.
Do you want it now or want to just save it for the next session? It's up to
I
you.
mean, we got like 20 minutes.
Do you want to save it then?
How about, so you don't forget next session, let's roll it after this so we just have
That's
it.
fine. I put it in my notes and then felt confident to stray off of my notes and of course totally forgot, so my fault.
That's alright.
Sorry, wife. I will give it to him. Yes,
Like,
this
it's
creature...
some boon where he auto crits and auto dodges every.
Yeah, I felt bad about the gun. Like, the power on this thing being adjacent. Fuck that. If I get out, she's gone.
Don't ever be nice to demons, dude. What are you doing?
Saying.
NVIDIA, you're up, buddy.
Hey! How? All right. So I have Flappy Lady above me. How many feet?
No,
On
she's
the ground
She's
currently.
stunned.
Oh, she's stunned.
Fuck her up.
Can I walk away from her when she's stunned? Not take
She
advantage.
cannot make attacks of opportunity on
All
boss.
right, let's do it.
Step down if you'd like. And
No,
then
I'm not
step down
stepping
one more
towards.
space. Okay.
Oh,
alright.
not towards to make Daddy happy. We're gonna go 1, 2. We're gonna blast Stun Lady with 3 Eldritch Blasts. All
Okay.
right,
Advantage.
at advantage.
God technically she would have landed prone after falling, therefore the disadvantage cancels out the
It is a
advantage.
straight roll.
Okay, fine. Thank you, rules lawyer.
Anything to hurt our team.
Thank you,
So-
rules lawyer.
Can I like hook up under the arms and like hold it in front of me, like Goku and Raditz?
Technically, that's a grapple action.
Yes, that is actually a grapple. Yeah.
The first one is 17 versus AC.
17 versus AC. As you fire a shot, misses.
Right, heavily armored. Second one is going for 16.
No!
That's gonna miss as well.
You notice your shots connecting. They're just not hitting weak points in her thick plate mail to do damage.
How about 24 versus that?
That'll
double
hit.
C thick.
That'll hit.
It's 14 force damage.
All right.
And then, as a bonus action, I want to spend some healing light point on my friend Rinkaz. Big dragon.
Thank you.
On our punching bag.
Gets 19 healing.
Bless you.
Beauty place.
You see the snake-like woman watch as some of Rinkaz's wounds begin to heal. She hisses. Anything else, Aviti?
That's everything I can do in a turn.
Okay. Rinkaz, you are currently grappled by this thing. What would you like to do?
Sure, you add those 19 HPs in.
Aside from crap my pants, Jesus, holy. Can I use an acrobatics check to escape?
Let me see.
I think it's athletics. I thought.
You can to escape. It's acrobatics or athletics. It's only athletics to grab.
Just remember your right leg is injured, and
If you try to, I'm gonna say this. If you try to do an acrobatics check, that will require you using your leg, and you'll get disadvantage. But you can use athletics for a straight roll.
Oh shit! I didn't realize his leg was actually injured.
Yeah, he got crit, so he's got a bad stab in his right leg.
I thought Nick was just making fun of me.
Would Nvidi's magical healing fix
I
my leg?
wish.
This is a deep wound to where some quick use magic, unless Nvidi specifically tried to target the leg, would heal it.
Sweep of the leg. Then I guess I'm
That's-
gonna have to use my last luck point to offset that.
Sure.
So I have disadvantage.
And you can use a luck point to cancel that out if you're using acrobatics. Athletics, it's a straight roll because you can just use your arms to just forcefully push the tail apart from you to escape.
So for the supernatural abilities, through the words of D&D, I roll at disadvantage and then roll a luck dice, and I choose which one of them. I'm praying here that one of these 3 dice will not kill me.
I give you my energy.
I'm going to roll acrobatics. It'll be 3 times, and pray that I do not die.
3 times? Oh, I
Because
see,
I'm
okay.
forced.
Gotcha.
I guess I'll take the 10 plus 9, which is 19. It's probably not enough to get out of Snake Woman's grasp.
It's a strength athletics check contested to that.
Acrobatics.
Well, I think for her it's strength to maintain her hold on you. You beat hers
Oh,
and
bless.
find yourself free from her snake-like tail grapple.
That is my action, correct?
Yes. You still
I
have your
like-
movement.
To use my bonus action to use a second wind because I am a
You take in a deep breath and steel yourself, seeing that you're surrounded by foes, even though you're free from her grapple.
I got you.
D20. I rolled, but D20's still, or roll 20's trying to load it. There we go. So I'm just calculate, make sure I put it up right for. Alright. I would like to use my inspiration to gain 3 AC until the end of the current turn.
Okay, sounds good.
Probably should have done that last time. Current AC is 22.
All
Good
right.
number.
Anything else, Ringcats?
I would like to action surge and blow a bowl of spaghetti into this one.
Okay.
Ugh. Alright, 1 point of grit on the first attack to be with advantage. I'm down to my last point of grit.
Okay. Did you make an attack roll?
Nasty.
Yes. That is a natural 20.
That is going to hit. Roll your damage, please.
It's practically his third crit. by the way.
Yeah, on her.
There's the base damage, and I'm not doubling the double damage from it being close range because that doesn't make sense. So here's the extra 2d8 from the base of the weapon. So that's a total of 23.
You point and fire a shot straight forward towards this creature in front of you, and you watch as the Maragon standing adjacent to you throws itself in front of the blast, taking it for her.
Ooh.
The what?
The
This-
creature that is above you jumps in the way to take the blast itself.
The gold baby.
Ugh.
Creepy gold baby.
Man, if I was to take a step back, you would have gotten it too. Fuck that guy. Alright. I'll use my good boy card to gain advantage on the next.
Okay.
Oh my god, did you?
Red
Fuck this
cat.
game! Fuck this game!
Red
What is
cat.
this?
You're already a
is
devil.
there
You already
gold?
sold your soul,
What?
man.
Upon receiving a critical strike against a creature, I regain 1 point of.
Gosh.
This is it, fam. This is all I have.
What?
Nice.
Just rolling 20s?
That's what I'm gonna.
What? What? What?
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
34 damage.
Nice.
How'd you roll a 12 on a d8?
Oh.
What's that?
Whoa. What the fuck? What the
What are you
fuck?
rolling?
What? I'll
It's
roll.
said that to me before. That's
Alright,
that's
I'll re-roll it individually.
Yeah,
then.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that? Fucking Red Cat is Breaking Bad.
I'm in. Alright, this is the base attack, and then I'll do the crit right afterwards. What the?
I need to get online.
What is?
He rolled 15.
Just
Wait,
roll
15.
single die.
He's rolling a 4d8 and it's saying that's a 15.
Alright,
What's
I'm
the
rolling 48
exclamation
today.
do?
Just
And
roll
then-
the
Well, I was gonna
single
say, is it because of the
D8.
exclamation points? What is that?
I'm just doing it straight from the base roll. So, alright.
But what's the exclamation
go.
points?
Jesus Christ.
Fucking
What is
amazing.
going on?
This-
That was a
The
lot,
game
too.
wants him to do a lot of damage here.
That's
the way it
11.
is.
What the hell? Alright.
Okay. How much overall now?
18.
18 plus 5 for just it, my dex mod.
So 23 overall.
23, and then 2 additional
Okay.
d8 for the crit. 7 additional.
So overall, what is that? So I can punch that in.
30?
Okay.
30 total.
All right. You deal a considerable amount of damage with another blast. This time, the Maragon is unable to jump in the way, having already taken a blow for its master. and the blast connects with the feminine abdomen of the creature.
My last attack. I get 3 attacks on my second
Oh
win.
my
It
god.
stares at you menacingly. Anything else Rink has?
My last attack.
It is the stunned female up next to you, Sunkong. I am assuming I can make a save here to break out of this.
Well, he said he was
You're
going to take an extra attack.
you're muted.
Who?
No, you're just
Can you hear me?
stunned to the- What?
Yes, we can
What?
hear you.
Wants to take a third attack.
You want to take another attack?
Yeah, my third. I get 3
Oh.
attacks. If I second
Okay.
wound, I get.
Okay. Third attack. Sorry, Sunkong. Let's see that third attack.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits.
Right. In here, so it's not all over.
$19.
18 again.
Oh, 18.
18 plus 5, so a total of 23. That is it. I am done for my turn.
Ugh.
Okay.
Christ almighty.
That's disgusting.
No, that's Raincast.
I despise you.
Okay, it is the stunned, plated female's turn up above. Now, she is stunned. When does that affect? How long does that last, Sunkong?
End of his next
To
turn.
the end of my next turn.
Okay, so she remains stunned.
Yep.
Aesop, you're up.
Oh my goodness. Poison.
You are 10 feet in the air, flying, poisoned, and are about at eye level to this large,
Oh.
snake-like woman,
Oh, I don't like that.
trading blows with Ringkaz.
Also, I'm not feeling super great right now, so I'm gonna dig around in my pocket for one of the potions that I make every day, which happens to be a cure-all. And I'm gonna put that in my little IV tube thing and cure myself of poisoning.
Nice.
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna throw down a flashbang, which is gonna prevent opportunity attacks from the snake woman and the gold baby that's not stunned, and me, because I'm also in the radius. But basically, that'll let Rinkaz get out of there if he needs to, I think. With that, that's all of my actions. And how high is the ceiling in this room?
50 feet up.
I'm gonna fly up. Will being 20 feet in the air put me out of the reach of the snake woman?
20 feet up. She's large, so she's 10 feet high. 20 feet up will clear her.
Okay, I fly 20 feet in the air, so I'm 5 squares off the ground, technically 4 squares.
You
below me.
watch one of her 6 arms like instinctually go to make a stab at you, but the blinding glare of the flash makes it go very wide as you fly.
And just to be safe, I'm gonna kind of fly over here just to get out of the thick of things. But that's all for me. Just healing and getting out of danger. That's
All right.
all I got.
Glacé.
Yes! First things first, I'm going to my Mantle of Inspiration to give everyone 11 temporary hit points. And if you would like, you can move anywhere your character desires your speed without occurring opportunity attacks. So that's everyone. And then as my main attack, I'm going to try to put Hold Monster on this big, beautiful snake woman. So it's a Wisdom saving throw 17.
Okay. Wiz save 17. You throw a hand out, attempting to hold her in place.
Uh-huh.
She looks like she's going to be held for just a second, but then breaks free.
Great.
Ah!
Well, you guys can move if you want. You get 11 HP. I'm done.
I like the 11 HP part.
Does anybody want to move anywhere?
I'm fine where I am.
That's temporary, by the way, the HP.
I'm
Still
okay.
good.
I can move, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Consequence free.
Absolutely.
No opportunity attacks. So you can move wherever you want. Within your speed.
I'm going to move here because I don't want to leave Chemo hanging for all of that.
Chemo's fine.
Dude, keep moving. You're weak, man.
Yeah.
You sure?
Strong will be there soon.
I got Chemo if Chemo's hurt. Just you need to.
You took
Kong
some
is
attacks
confident
in
that
face.
he will join Chemo soon.
We haven't seen Chemo in his new form.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. It is this creature's turn next. It is going to shift here out of your reach, Chemo.
What a jerk.
20 to hit.
You throw a fist and it looks like it's gonna connect, but the creature parries with one of its blades, sending your fist back at you.
Let me hit you just once!
Slithering up to Rickets.
Please tell me that was canon.
That's in character, yeah. He's getting pissed off about this.
22 AC.
She stares you down, Rinkaz, and you hear in your mind, "A worthy foe."
I say back in Draconic, hello?
She's going to try to slash at you.
Ooh, boy.
And she
Why
does
everybody?
not like our Scaled boy.
Scaly corpse.
Hot scales on scales action.
Pumped 120 points of damage into her. Would you like him?
Good point.
To be fair, she kills me. This will be the third time I've ever been killed by a demonic creature in a game. The first two I didn't come back from, so.
Put it out into the world. You don't talk like that. It doesn't happen.
Does a 23 versus AC hit?
What? Jason, you
It's
know it's 19.
22 because my card.
22.
Oh,
It is boosted.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Is that her first attack?
That is her first attack.
Of course, it's first attack.
It
Get
is
dead.
9 slashing damage as
Alright.
a longsword rakes across you.
Oh, little boy. Little
She
baby.
wants to hit you again. She brings the axe down. This for 26 versus AC.
Oh my god.
That hits.
This is a strong boink.
This is for 18 slashing damage as it cuts across your chest, blood spattering on the floor next to you, Glacé.
You should have took that boon.
Oh, good point.
She makes her third strike.
Got fucking 3 more, fam.
That totally misses.
She action surges.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't
Just
want
a
that.
blender.
She makes her fourth attack.
Oh, yes, because she's got that many arms.
18 versus AC misses.
And a tail.
She makes a fifth strike.
Jesus.
Almost a
Christ.
natty 20.
Ugh.
She strikes you for another 18 slashing damage, Rinkaz. Her final arm carrying a blade within it is brought down upon you. This one misses. And then
Bless.
she throws her tail your way for 24 versus AC.
Alright. How much does she deal?
Let's see here. This is different damage with the tail. This is gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage as the tail wraps around and squeezes.
Ah, good news. She ends up dropping me because I'm exactly at 0. I have 14 HP and she hit me for 14. So do I still have to take death saving throws now? Because I'm exactly. Yes.
If you're exactly at 0, you're unconscious and dying.
If you have no HP, You might die.
Well, I didn't know if it had to go underneath it.
You
No,
have no
that's,
health.
that's the markers when you're out of juice.
Here's
I
your
don't know.
plan.
I've never died. I haven't dropped below 0 since we've been playing.
Get her done.
What
That
happened?
is gonna be it for her.
No, Rinkaz.
You guys watch as Rinkaz slumps unconscious in the grip of her tight tail. Jira, you're up.
Tights.
No.
Jira is gonna fly and land on Rinkaz's shoulder.
Take a big old dump on him.
Jira is gonna hold an action to receive a cure wounds.
What a good boy.
Okay.
So he's gonna start glowing.
Sun Kong, you're up.
I thought you said blowing. I just imagined Jira blowing in his ear.
Yes, yes. That's exactly what Jira is doing. We'll just go with that instead.
So seeing Rinkaz unconscious, Kong switches his focus. Right off the bat, gonna use a bonus action and a key point. No, is it a key point? No, it's not a key point. It's just a bonus action to bring up my spirit. Aegis, I don't know how to say it. It's a barrier. Not a barrier. Well, yeah. Anyone within. Let's see. Sorry, I was just creating it. You and creatures you choose within a 5-foot radius of you regain hit points equal to your monk level. So Rinkaz and anyone else in that radius would take 11 points of health. You are also, while you're in the radius, have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage to the beginning of my next turn, while they're within the radius.
So I gain 11?
11.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You gasp for air, Rinkaz, and open your eyes, finding yourself in the tight grip of the creature's tail.
Technically, if you need it, Glacé, you could have it too.
Ooh.
I feel like instinctually I just shoot the air with the gun.
It's not temporary, it's just, but it's 11 HP. And I will now attack this bitch. This bitch.
This bitch.
24 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Stunning strike. DC 15 con save.
Alright. She passes, unfortunately.
These assholes.
Alright, so first damage is 12. Second hit. Oh, that misses. Alright, second attack. $22 hit.
22 will hit.
Stunning strike. DC 15 con.
How many key points you got left?
I've used 8 from last battle and this battle.
So you have 12?
I have 12 total.
That's a lot of points.
It is.
You strike into her abdomen and feel the toughness of it. She refuses to be stunned.
She's drunk.
She seems like she has a considerable physique.
So she's taking a total of 23 damage. And now my second attack. I'm assuming that misses, but you know what? I don't like her. So I'm using my card where I get to choose 2. I immediately re-roll a d20 that I just rolled and lose 1d8 life. But I get to roll a d20 and on a 10 or higher gain 8 temporary hit points.
Do it.
So I'm gonna see if I gain the hit points first. If I get a 10 or higher.
Okay.
I don't gain the hit points, so I lose. It was d8, right? Yeah. So I lose 5. That's fine. Not a big deal. But I do get to re-roll that attack. 22 hits, right?
22 will hit.
I'm gonna try stunning strike again.
Do it.
Okay.
It's 9.
Keeping us afloat.
You strike again into her abdomen. She pushes back against it. She is not stunned.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, from my 3 hits, she took a total of 34 damage. And I lost
She
5.
is not looking great as multiple cut and stab wounds, as well as puncture marks, pocket her body.
And that's my turn. I use my bonus action, and yeah, good. I'm done.
All right. Chemo.
Use advantage on this dick to fuck me 14 hit.
That does not hit.
God, fucking Jesus. Alright, second attack is on douchebag God, guys, a 14 hit.
What the fuck?
Roll?
It misses, catching the column next to it.
Kyle?
Fucking nut. Alright. And then I'm gonna use my key point to flurry of blows this.
That
These
poor
are at
asshole on the
advantage
ground.
because he's stunned. But watch me get.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Did
There we go. Flushed out at 20 eventually. God damn.
Did I get skipped this go around?
No, remember you healed yourself, and then
Yeah.
you...
Man, this round has gone a long
It's
time.
these are long turns. I'm sorry.
What's her face takes 7 attacks,
So
so...
it takes 19 bludgeoning damage. That's
All right.
assuming
You
a 19.
a 19 is gonna hit, and you just pound into this thing.
This
I
poor
just turn
little...
around. I'm so pissed off. Like,
It
Fuck this!
it is just brutalized.
Oh my word.
At the end of my turn, it's no longer stunned. That's that.
All right. It is no longer stunned. This thing is no longer stunned.
Nope.
Anything else, Chemo?
He sulks.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and try and stun this thing.
Which one?
You did hit it, yeah.
The only one that I hit.
Okay.
It's a DC 14 con save.
All right. It is not stunned
Oh,
as it
cute.
shifts behind the silver chest in front of you.
Guys, I think these things might be resistant to stun.
No, he was just stunned.
Nonsense.
You just roll the
Yeah, this one was stunned before, and obviously this thing got stunned.
I mean,
This bitch.
that doesn't... she's not immune to getting stunned. She's probably just has a really high con save.
Doesn't
I
mean you
can't tell you
stop.
what they are resistant against. Fire.
This Maragon moves next to you, Chemo, closer to the snake-like woman, and attempts to stab at you multiple times with a tailbird.
Hiya!
Right.
The first attack misses. 21 versus AC.
He was like slapping himself. He's ready. He's like, go on, hit me.
I am instead going to just punch the blow away. A reaction to that for AC.
Okay. Reinvigorated, standing next to the snake woman, it goes to stab at you once more. This is probably gonna miss. This is 14 versus AC.
Yes.
Alright, completely misses. This thing here is gonna step up one out of your range, Chemo, and attempt to crawl up on this statue.
28 to hit.
There you go.
That's gonna hit.
Goddamn piercing damage.
Stab that bit.
Yeah, you punch it pretty hard right in the back. It crawls up on the gold statue, and seeing you hurt Rinkaz, attempts to stab it.
22 AC.
And resistance if it's not magical.
It attempts to stab at the thing on your shoulder.
No, Jira.
Jira has the resistance as well because it's in my spirit.
Does it
Aegis.
have like one hit point?
He's only got a handful. It's like 7.
But it's got resistance to piercing, not magical. If it's not magical.
It's also very not nice, Daddy.
Does it hit?
Sorry. The first attack from its halberd swings and is a 15 versus AC.
That would hit armor.
Okay, you take 12 slashing damage.
I think Hero only has like 7 HP. Really
Is
know how
it
to
magical?
tell.
Or
This
it
is not magical.
You have resistance. If it's piercing, right? It sounds like
Slashing.
it has resistance to that as well.
Alright, so
then-
Jira's maybe has 25 HP. How do we know?
Do you have a companion's? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a companion sheet. It says 25 HP.
Then that's what it is. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm assuming that. I mean, I don't play PCs and D&D.
So,
I wouldn't know.
What was it originally? And he has resistance, so it's is it half?
Yes, so 6 damage.
Half. The...
It notices that it doesn't immediately fall over, so it just continues to stab at Rinkaz instead. It makes a strike, which is going to be 24 versus AC.
God damn.
Yeah, dudes.
That is
That
going to be...
resistance.
This is going to end up being 12, so 6 slashing damage. And then it strikes at you once more for 1 point below that. So that's going to be 23 versus AC. And this one's going to be 14 slashing damage, so 7.
I'm back to 0.
No!
You lose consciousness once again.
Do I fall out of her grip?
I don't think so.
No.
Why
I mean, why would you?
And no, unfortunately not. Hang on just a second. I want to check something here.
She's just like slamming Rinkaz into the ground over and over. She stops for a minute. Oh, hey guys, what did I? Oh, boom, boom, boom! It's just again and again.
We roll back up to the top.
It's okay. We can keep Rinkaz alive even if he dies.
It is past time. Are we done, or are we doing one more round? What are we doing?
Can I make an attack? I wanna do one more round.
I do
I'm
too.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
As long as everyone's okay. Any objections?
I'm gonna be quick.
Okay. NVIDIA, you're up.
BD slides over here to the wall. Casts Healing Touch through Jira on Rinkaz as a... Or, I'm sorry, Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds.
As like a defibrillator. He gets 30 HP.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
She
Once
continues to slam him against the ground.
As a bonus action, I pump more healing light into Rinkaz.
Oh wow, yeah, you can do that. It's kind of sick.
Yelling in Draconic, wake up. He gets 23 additional HP back.
Whoa!
Wow.
Gold.
Why
boy.
won't you die?
Man,
Where am I?
good shit.
Passing out on the roller coaster.
So Ringcat should now have, what, 53 HP?
Yes,
That
sir.
was
Thank
it.
you.
And I will pass my turn. Go!
Rinkaz, you are in the grip of the tail of this creature.
Shoot her in the face.
Am I
Been
allowed to tackle
slipping
him?
in and out of consciousness. You are grappled, so let's see here. Let me take a look at grappling. You can attack while grappled.
Oh, shit. Alright, awesome. Alright. Now I need a, sorry, it has to be quick, but I need a rules lawyer on this.
Oh, did somebody say they needed a rules lawyer?
Hi, rules lawyer here.
Player's handbook.
Rule number 1, if it sounds fun, it can't work.
That's perfect.
Rule number 2, if it's makes you grin, it's a sin. You're not allowed.
Is, am I able, while fire,
You cut out.
to shoot that, to fire this way with scatter, so chemo does not get it? I posted scatter in there, that's the property on the weapon.
You should just hit chemo anyway. He's got
And
to
you
do
get hit.
He's been hit by a shotgun in the
What's the
past. He
get
can
hit?
survive.
Chemo, I got a new shotgun. I'm sorry.
This is like
Yeah, this is going to be a cone, so it's either going to have to hit Chemo or Sun Kong.
I'm okay with it.
It's
Hey,
going to
the first
spray
time
one of them.
you met Chemo, you shot him in the chest. He
do
should
it
know.
again for old time's sake.
This body feels pretty good. Doesn't have any holes.
What type of damage is it?
It's necrotic.
Is it like, it's not like piercing or anything, or?
It's necrotic. Just
Okay.
says it's energy. It's
Is
an
it
energy-based
Piercing
weapon.
energy.
necrotic
Okay.
damage.
Alright, no, it's
So you
cool. I'll
think,
take
you
it.
know?
I don't care. I have like a
Like
ton
the
of,
fiend.
I have a ton of temporary hit points, so like,
Blitz cannon, 2d8 necrotic, blast range, 10.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. It's cool.
Coward.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot one towards that direction, then one towards the other to be fair.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hit both of
I'm
them.
gonna shoot them both.
Hit
be
him with your
fair.
bullets.
Alright, I'm going to use my damn grit points, because if not, I'm gonna just die.
So the
advantage
first
is
one
over.
is going to connect with Sun Kong, but it will strike the snake-like woman and one of the Maragon next to Chemo. The other attack will hit the snake-like woman, Chemo, and the other Maragon on the other side.
Fuck him up.
Alright,
So make an attack roll against the snake woman first, Maragon second.
alright. This is with advantage. I'm docking, I have 2 grit points, I'm docking 1 off. Does a 19 hit?
That's going to hit.
Alright.
Is that for me too?
You sure that's a standard D20?
I'm rolling it directly from the rolls.
Okay. Yeah, 19 will hit. That second attack, well, that's just from your advantage. So 19 is going to hit, yes.
Is that for me too?
Eight something.
Sorry, I muted out for a second. 22 total.
Oh.
That's plus 5.
All right. With a 22 total, what happens when the snake-like woman dies?
You
Yeah.
did it!
Yeah.
Fuck
I
that
can
bitch.
pulse in and out of consciousness like 12 times and then pull the gun up out of pure reaction, just point it and go, no! And I shoot her right in the face. And regain a grip point for slaying an enemy.
She reels back, screeching as her weapons fall at her sides, and she slumps over, her tail releasing its grip and falling around your feet.
Oh. I'm gonna call that my turn.
Well, this is a spray attack. Roll for Sun Kong now.
Alright, so we're being fair.
Hit that
Yeah.
monkey. Hit that monkey.
So that plus 10 or to hit. So it's a 16.
Nope.
Nice.
And then for the Maragon down here.
I was gonna throw it back at you.
Does a 24 hit.
That'll hit that thing.
He is not adjacent, he just gets the base 2d8 plus 5. So 8.
Wow.
Okay. It is looking bad. It makes no noise as it begins to bleed a putrid black blood.
For safety of everyone else, I'm going to use my quick draw ability to stow and draw another weapon as a single object interaction. And I'm going to pull my OG original energy pistol that has the gem in it.
Anything else Rink has?
That's it.
Okay. It is this creature's turn. When it first moves into the Guardian space, is that in a VD? So
Yep.
if she moves here, she will not take damage. She's just going to move right up here. Glacé, you can make an attack of opportunity against her if you'd like.
I would.
Why not? Do it. Do it.
It's whenever they move into a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first
Yeah.
time on a turn.
Gotcha.
Yes,
I don't-
It does trigger the Guardian.
Oh, okay.
For the first time on his turn. Yeah.
For the first time, though. So would that be each
On
round?
its turn. For the
On
first
its
time
turn.
on its turn.
Gotcha. So yeah, this is going to trigger that then. So she needs to make a what? Con save?
No, not con. Dex 18.
Dex 18, gotcha. She is going to attempt to do that. She fails.
Sick.
You're gonna take 20 radiant.
Oh.
Light blasts her and covers her form. Glacé, you're going to strike her.
No, I don't. I miss.
Okay. You swing a little wide and it catches, but against her hard plate armor. She steps over to you and VD and stares you down, seeing that you have been applying a lot of healing magic to your friends. She does not like that.
She's impressed and shakes your hand. It's her turn.
No, she does none of that. She wants to stab you with her sword.
Not
She pulls back her long sword and attempts to stab you with it. For 21 versus AC.
nice. Yes, hits.
She strikes you for, let's see here. That is going to be 8 slashing damage. And you also take, let's see here, hang on. Nine points of poison damage.
We've cracked my temporary hit points.
She goes to strike you again for 18 versus AC.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't boast.
She wants to strike you hard. 9 slashing damage.
69 HP.
Nice.
And 14 poison damage. It stings as it strikes.
You're only kind of smart.
Her last attack that's gonna hit.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Well, 18 versus AC?
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. Just making sure. That is gonna be 10 slashing damage, and that is also gonna be 19 poison damage.
Jeez.
Guys, I think we should make these demons our friends because they're clearly very competent.
Were we supposed to die to go to hell? Or the vault?
Nobody hit me yet.
I know you're coming.
You all got nothing on Sun Kong.
She's
BD's
done. Aesop.
super hurt.
You're up.
Oh, I don't like that our friend is under attack over there. So I'm gonna fly over, and I am going to. You see Aesop get out a bottle of this glowing, radiant blood, and he twists a knob on the top to exclude Nvidi from the blast radius, and he throws it at this lady. This is going to be with a +1 to the roll and a +1 to damage because the injection I put in myself. Oh, I didn't do the macro. God damn it. It's going to be 21 to hit though.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
All right, now
Versus
I'm going to roll
AC.
now I'm going to roll the macro for the damage. Oh my god. A 1 and a 1 and a 3 against fiends and undead. And then look at the roll against celestials. Fuck my life.
Is that 9 overall damage?
It's 10 because I have
Okay.
my injection right now. That's the biggest load of garbage I've ever seen. On 3d12, I got 9, and on 3d6, I got 19.
Oh shit.
Fuck everything. Well, glad we stuck around.
Anything
done.
else, Aesop?
I'm
Okay.
done.
Okay. Glacé, you're up.
Oh, gonna scoochin' right over here. Hello. I'm going to tell Nvidi, everyone around me, in fact, who do not have temporary hit points, you get 11, and you can move wherever you want, your speed, no opportunity attacks. So I tell Nvidi to, go away from the bad lady, and I give her a little smooch, from Kiss of Wounding. So I have to roll for this. Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is this considered a melee attack that you're trying to do with giving her a kiss?
This is a spell. This is a touch, but it's a
Considered
spell
a
attack.
melee spell attack?
Yeah.
You go to give her a kiss, and she throws a gauntleted hand up
It's an evocation cantrip.
and grabs you by your chin before you plant your lips on her and just pushes your face away.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been able to do anything. So I'm done.
Nothing else?
No, I can't.
Okay. Just checking.
You did charm to get us in here.
That's true. This thing is dead. Jiro's up next.
Okay, Jira is going to... Jira's still on Brinkaz's shoulder. So...
Oh, he would have moved with me. I flooded over one from Glacé.
Just go right there for now. Actually, I'm sorry. Under... It's gonna perch on me. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Sun Kong.
All right. I don't like when you attack my friends. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. Uh, 22 hits, I'm assuming, right?
22 is gonna hit. She hears
Yeah.
you say this, but it is as though she cannot understand you.
I don't care.
Actually, hang
She'll,
on.
she'll understand my fist.
Aha!
Hang on just a second. No, she doesn't understand you. Okay.
She'll understand. Yeah, well, actually, my quarterstaff, but nonetheless, stunning strike. Bitch. I got 2 key points left. DC con save 15.
A con 15 save coming up.
You failed before, you can fail again. I have faith in you.
Is a... No, she passes. Damn. It strikes into her thick plate now.
She still takes 11 from that hit.
Yep.
22 hits. Another stunning strike. One more
Okay.
key point.
Yeah, keep using those key points. That's where we are. She passes.
Ah, you bitch.
Fuck!
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to make a check now to see that she has a very high con because she's wearing thick plate mail.
I got
And
it
it's
once
almost
before.
as if quite a few of these creatures are having an easier time resisting some of these magical effects or abilities.
Fucking demons, man.
So 23. Alright, well. with
12
my
more
last
damage?
Yeah, so 23
Okay.
total. With my last key point, I'm gonna throw a flurry of blows, hopefully, if the first attack hits. Yeah, that first 27 hits. So
That's gonna hit, yeah.
You get to throw
Is that
2 extra attacks on
was
not
what?
3. Flurry of blows is 2 unarmed strikes.
But I thought I have two attacks per action anyway, so doesn't it give me a third one?
Nope. You got 1 bonus action, that's what flurry of blows is.
And why is it? It's no different than my regular attack.
It absolutely is.
It's using your bonus action. So you attack twice with your regular attack, and then Flurry of Blows is 2 more attacks. For
You
a
got
total.
one more 2 quick pops.
Oh. Okay, so we'll just take the first 2, I guess.
So
Off of that.
29 attacks on your turn instead of 30.
And so I will just do another. I'm confused. I'll do
That's
another.
okay. We'll take the first 2. The 27 hits, the 12 doesn't.
Okay. And so then I get another attack round then, right? Is that how that works? I'm confused now. I'm sorry.
Your action is 2 attacks. So you take those 2 attacks. Then you use your bonus action to do your single punch or Flurry of Blows for 2 punches. So you can have 3 unarmed strikes or 4 unarmed strikes, depending if you spend key or not, using your bonus action and your action.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I mean, I guess that's my turn then. So what
You
was
still
it? The first
hit
one-
her first 10 damage? Okay.
Yeah. So 30. What is it? 33.
You strike her hard. She is beginning to have blood trickle from the top of her helm, but stands defiantly. Anything else, Uncommon?
I'm done.
Alright, Chemo.
Take off.
Roar, Chemo!
Chemo bad!
You're surrounded by demon children,
And
Chemo.
the mouth.
Ah, to the one. Me.
He's usually so quiet.
My first attack, which is a fucking crit fail. That wasn't Chemo shouting, that was me.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry.
Your throw goes wide and it strikes hard into the chest nearby, and you're unable to use your flurry of blows this turn.
Fine. I kick this son of a bitch.
Kick him.
Son of an ass. 27 to hit. God, fuck me! And then I fumbled the damage roll again.
Oh,
On which
man.
one is this?
6 piercing. On the same one.
Okay. That's gonna hit. What's the damage?
8 piercing. 7
What's it
of
look
which
like
were
when you kill it?
bonuses.
Yay!
Yay!
I mean, for flavor, each one of those damage dice rolls was a separate punch. He punched at him like 16 times and hit him 8.
Okay. It collapses over, seemingly dead.
Oh, I fall
Seemingly.
in the face of your relentless, pathetic attacks. Oh.
Shut up! And then, let's see. I will just make a regular unarmed strike against the other one.
Sure.
This is it. This one.
Coronavirus.
We all got it, apparently. Jesus
22
Christ.
to hit. God
That's
damn
good.
it.
That's gonna hit.
Yes.
But it only does 4 damage.
Oh, no!
Because it's a bonus action. But I do get to stunning strike it because I hit it.
Okay. Okay.
So it has to make a con save. It's a 14 or beast on until the end of my next turn. That's my last.
Stun him. Stun him.
Crit fail. It's definitely gonna stun him. You smack him right in the mask, and its body tenses up.
So I like for it to be just I was beating the other guy so hard that like I just dislodged his jawbone and smacked this guy in the face, and he was stunned by it.
So, shit.
Anything else, Chemo?
I'm gonna dance around him like a boxer, like Bruce Lee, just taunting him.
All right.
And that'll be it.
It is going to move here.
It's stunned. I cannot.
Oh, you're right. It's stunned. It falls off of the statue back here. And it's stunned until the end of your next turn?
End of my next turn.
Alright. With that, we have completed this round. Let's call it here. We're still in combat, but let's call it here. And pick up next time.
I'm writing right now in my notebook, Boone, in big capital letters, and I will remind both of y'all next session.
Thank
Boone.
you. I appreciate that. I'll forget.
I know.
I'll forget.
That's why she wrote it down.
Thank you, everybody who stopped by to check us out. Looney, thank you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you, 0x626F74.
That sounds real.
Thank you, another TV viewer. That's probably a bot. Commander Root's a bot. Community Showcase may be a bot, but it sounds nice. Gravity 2DX, thank you. Kim's,
Gravity.
thank you. He's one of your friends, right?
Gravity, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Gravity. Lumber Gundam, Lurks, Milty, Scum Shop, VNK. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you want, hit that follow button. It's just a click of the mouse. It lets you know when we stream, which is every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You get all kinds of you get points that you can use for all kinds of stuff, like these little avatars down at the bottom that you can purchase and play with, or other stuff like boons that I apparently forget to give the party members, but I will remember. You can do other things like inspiration for the party, or weird bit points that they can, weird bit packages that have weird bits in them that they can use for various things like money or building extra ships or extra rooms on their ship. So check that stuff out. It's at the bottom left of the chat, all those rewards. It's a Twitch channel points. Go check us out on our Twitter. We post updates. Go follow us there if you haven't. And if you missed any of this, it's video on demand, all on Twitch, and we upload the new episodes usually Mondays the following week, and rebroadcast that if you missed anything. So check us out if you liked what you saw. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're gonna be out. I'm pretty sure that our buddy, the League of Gentlemen, is streaming like earlier tonight and ends earlier than we do, so we won't raid him. I'll double check to make sure, but otherwise, thank you everybody for following us. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll all be safe and sound and not coughing, and I need to make a session where it's like Contagion. Look out for it. Goodbye everybody.